on. I'm getting everything together. Oh, you guys can. Yeah. I'm in such a good mood today. Hang on. Okay. All right. Fine. Here we are. Brunette, are you there? Are you here? Can you hear me? I don't know what. Okay. It's just two waiting. Hang on. JoJo's here. Okay. Okay. So people. Oh, there he is. Yeah, bald head. Hey. Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Um, we're gonna talk about that. Me and you. We're gonna talk about that little trip we're gonna take. That's gonna be a fun trip. Hey, hey, hey! Get the pork chop. Oh, but you were here, dude. You watched, right? Everybody sees the title to the show. Everybody sees the thumbnail to it. You guys all see it. That's kind of the update for tonight. Is he's running again? Now it's 2 more weeks. It's always 2 more weeks. More weeks. No, dude, more like your week. And that's it. And look, he's even in the chat now. He was in. He's in. He's watching this right now. Right now, he could click and join if he wanted to. He won't. He can't. He can't. He's a fucking coward, and he's gonna get eaten alive. Very calm. Very nice. No matter what he brings up, it doesn't matter because he still serves sin. He chooses to serve sin. He challenged me to this over a month ago. He's been running his mouth all year long. And while Baldhead was here, Baldhead being JoJo, right here. Nope, that's not him. Right here. Baldhead is JoJo. JoJo was here. The only way I could get into his channel was to sneak in using JoJo's name and phone and IP address. And so it took that to get him to even be confronted. This dude has been running forever and ever for the last 3 years, but all he does is talk shit. And he can't back up anything he says. All he does is just keep serving sin anyway. He knows that all the verses I have, the verses are not going to change. The verses are not going to change. Jesus said, whosoever commits sin is the servant of sin. Period. That's what Jesus said. It's over. Rebuke and reproof. Jill, are you going to join? Would you like to join, Jill? Let me give you the link. Let's see if you finally have the set of cajonas that it takes. And it does. It does. It takes a serious set of fucking cajonas. Working on it. It's coming. So that's the update for tonight. Is that so? I guess Praise I Am. I'm guessing he's backing out of hosting it, and he was supposed to like within a couple days. You guys all watch. Maybe you didn't, and if you haven't, you can go watch on ETT's channel where I showed up, snuck in through Joey's account. Oh, Jill did join. Oh, this should be fun. Let's see how this goes. What do you want? Oh, he's playing this shit again. Okay, well, I guess he's decided not to. So it is what it is. Anyway, you guys all watch the show, and if you haven't, I would advise it. It's pretty good. It was not a debate. I wasn't up there to debate him. I was up there to tell him to keep my fucking name out of his mouth, which he seems unable to do. And when the shit that you say affects my children and my family and my friends and, just my reputation as a whole, I think I have every right to speak up about it. And so I told him to keep my fucking name out of his mouth. That was the whole point of me going on a show. It had nothing. I'm not trying to debate him. He already made his choice. He chooses to serve sin. I'm not going to sit here and reiterate the same gospel over and over and over and over 1,000 times, 100 different ways, just so this fucking idiot can deny Christ in everything he does. Every time he sins, he denies Christ. Every time he sins, he serves the devil. And that's what he chose. That's what the Bible says. So that's what I'm going to go by. But then he opened his mouth and he challenged me to a debate, which, Jill, show your camera. That's what it's going to be. Because even if I put you up here, I don't know if it's your phone. I don't know if it's what you're using, but I promise you nobody has this problem. Nobody has that problem. Oh, and I do have a guest for tonight. I do. He is now in the back room, and that's good. And he knows the whole story behind this. He watched the show that I'm telling you about. ETT is a fucking coward. He is a loser fraud who serves sin and can't back up his own bullshit interpretations. He's a fake. And so he's been antagonizing me for a year. Longer than that, if you really want to get serious. Longer than that. And so I confronted him, and I was, for me, it was just keep my name out your mouth. But then he challenged me to an actual debate, to actually have the discussion. And I accepted. I said, okay, let's go. I'm ready now. I'm ready today. I put the link in the chat. I'm ready now. Guess what he can't do? I didn't kick you, Jill. You're purposely not giving permission for your camera and your microphone, so you can try and blame me for you not coming up here. You're lying. You're lying.
Hey,
okay.
Bro.
So here's Nick. Signs and Wonders. This is Signs and Wonders. This is somebody who has had beef with me for years for the same gospel, same thing, but he sees it. He's seeing it now, and he's seeing the people like ETT that run their mouth and then make excuses. Excuse after excuse after sorry-ass excuse after sorry-ass excuse. I don't put up with that shit from my children. What makes you think I'm going to put up with it from a grown-ass man? 22 years old, living at home, says he can't go live because his parents might get offended.
So what? He's not debating you now?
Well, he says October, right? But first he said early. First it was a month ago. It was I'll debate you and I'll crush you in a debate. Then I confronted him. Then it was 2 weeks, and then it was early October. Now it's 2 more weeks. It's just more and more, and he's just running.
Well, like I said, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, maybe.
Yeah, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, too. And I'm doing this to force the issue. I'm doing it. You ran your fucking mouth, dude. Back it up. And if you can't, then go crawl into a fucking corner somewhere, man. Because that's what you're going to have to do when I'm done.
He said he was going to debate you on my channel. And
I've been waiting.
In October, so.
But he's been saying this for months, Nick.
Oh.
For months.
I didn't really know that.
Years that he could smoke me in debate. But every time the opportunity arises, he's got to put it off and put it off and put it off and put it off. What the fuck do you need a month for? The Bible says be instant, in season, and out of season. Why are you not ready now? That's my question. I'm ready now. Why are you not ready? You know?
Well, hopefully he comes and it'll be a good show.
Yeah, I hope he does. I hope he does show up because it will be a really good show. Yeah. I'm gonna run circles around his. I'm gonna wrap his own leash around his neck. That's what's gonna happen. Just like every other
ETT open challenge, bro.
Open challenge. He can click the link now. Why doesn't he do it now, Nick? Why not now? Now, right now. You're 22 years old. You're supposed to be a grown ass man. Why not now? You run your mouth. You wanna talk like a man, but when it comes time to be one, where you at? Doesn't, that to me just says all it needs to say. That's it. So I don't have much else to talk about tonight. I'm in a really good mood. I got so much shit done today, dude. Like, and I have so many good things coming up in the next few days.
Nice.
It just is what it is.
Good to
Would I
hear,
fight ETT in a 1v1 cage match? He'd never show up. Would I climb into a cage? Oh, in a heartbeat. I don't have a problem with that. I spent fucking 10 years of my life doing that. I have no problem with that. I would have no problem with that. Hook us up with that backyard. What is that shit called? That one channel? There's a couple of channels that do it. They're all linked together. It's the backyard. Street Beefs, yeah. Oh, hell yeah, dude. I'll fly out there. No problem. No questions asked. Yeah. He'd get mopped. He'd get
like
fucking destroyed, dude.
Yeah, it's like boxing. It's not MMA.
Yeah, it's boxing. No, I'd want an MMA. I'd want MMA.
Oh yeah, the Street Beef.
Because I'd kick him in the side of the fucking head, dude. Yeah, he's done. The kid's done. He's done. All the shit you talk, and then you're running for a month. Now you need another 2 weeks. What the fuck? Like, what kind of a so-called bullshit believer is that? Imagine if Moses would have told God, "No, I just need 2 more weeks." That would never fucking fly, dude. That would never fly. Ever.
Yeah. True that. Can't tell God more time.
No. So why does he do it? Why? What's he hiding? What's he got to hide?
Well,
why can't he do it now?
I don't know what he's got going on in his life. I don't know.
Well, obviously nothing, because he's on YouTube all day. He was just in here in the chat. He's probably still watching. He's got nothing going on. He has no life. The kid's a loser. He's got nothing. Why can't he click the link now? Because he's a fake. He's a fake, and he's going to run, and he's going to keep putting it off. He's going to keep making sorry-ass excuses, and this video is going to stand as a testament against it when he does. Jill keeps trying to join. I don't know what's going on with Jill, but Jill's doing the same shit he always does. Oh, wait, we got his logo, so maybe we got him. Jill, can you hear me?
Bald head.
Oh, that's not bald head.
I don't think I've ever actually heard his voice before.
Oh, Joey?
Bald head, yeah.
Oh, yeah, maybe
He
not.
pops into my show sometimes. He's like, "Hey, what's up, man?" But like, I never like heard him talk.
Yeah. No, he was at my house the night that we snuck into Pork Chop's channel. Gonzo, good old Gonzo. So yeah, he's just being a coward, Nick. That's all he's doing, and this will stand as a testament to that. Did he give you an actual date?
I don't think so. He just
nope. Did he give you a time? Nope. No.
No, he just said sometime in October. He's a little busy. He can set it up.
He's full of shit. He's not busy. Why is he in the chat then?
He said he can give me a date in October. A precise date. So
yeah, he's full of shit, dude. Full of shit. FOS. What up, Donnie? Love you, brother. But that's what it all boils down to. So this is what tonight's about. I'm just posting this as an update to the people that are following this. The only fucking reason that I'm even considering talking to this idiot is because of all the shit he talked.
Where did you get that thumbnail from? Did you make that?
What thumbnail? I made it.
How did you come up with that?
I don't know, but it's weird. Like you're one of the witnesses and say the names I tend to give to people, they tend to stick. So
yeah,
Gonzo, man. He's fucking Gonzo, dude. Gonzo, fucking bozo is what he is. Yeah.
Oh, Perry.
It just is what it is, man. It is what it is. If he hadn't ran his mouth, I never even thought about the guy. I don't care. He made his choice a couple years ago. I respect that. You chose to serve sin for the rest of your life. Great for you. Good for you. Keep my fucking name out your mouth. And he fucked up. He kept running his mouth. I got people messaging me saying, "Yo, ETT keeps talking mad shit about you, blah, 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 blah," which I don't care about. That shit doesn't bother me. But when you challenge me and then I show up and then you won't let me on, well, now we got a problem. And you challenge me and say, "Oh, I can debate you and beat you." And then I set it up and then you don't want to do it. You just keep putting it off. 2 more weeks. No, dude, you're just weak. That's it. You're just weak. ETT, I hope you hear me. You're a fucking weak ass coward loser who serves sin over and over and over and over. And that's all you're ever going to be until you grow the sack and humble yourself and trust the book. Fuck. And trust the book. That's it. He's a fucking loser, man. That's all this kid is. 22 years old, lives at home, has no fucking life, and wants to come at me? You're out your fucking mind.
He's 22, that's young. Lucky.
No, it's old enough. Dude should at least be like on his own somewhere. You know what I mean?
I just wish I was 22 again. Oh, that'd be nice.
Okay, so let's see. Jill says try again. And he's gone. Jill does the same shit. It's always the same shit with this guy.
That's that dude, Jesus. What does it stand for? Jesus.
He's full of shit. Jill's full of shit. Jill's in the same boat as ETT with me. Jill's been running for me for years. And he does the same shit. He'll be like, oh, I'll join. And then he doesn't. He makes it so it looks like that he's trying, but then he's not. It's bullshit.
I talked to him once. He came on my show one time. I talked to him. Maybe, I don't know. I didn't have any problems joining.
Yeah, I know. Nobody has any problems joining unless they cause the problems. And we figured that out a long time ago because a lot of people tried using that excuse, and Jill was the main one.
What, they just join and don't say anything and then leave and keep trying to...
Well, it's they join and they don't give permissions, and then they go back to their own channel and they'd be like, oh, I tried and he didn't let me on. No, I let you on. You're just being bullshit. So...
Jill, are you doing that? Are you up to...
You never admit it. They'll never admit it, Nick.
I gave
permission. It's a horrible platform. It's a great platform, actually. I really like it. I spend money on it every month. I mean,
Studio, this is part of Streamlabs. Can you use it for free?
Yeah, you can use it for free. Yeah, it's like fucking StreamYard on the free level though. Like it's
really?
No, I have to pay for it. I pay for it to have the extras because I want the extras and I want people to be able to, express themselves. And he's doing the same shit. So he used to do the same shit when I was using StreamYard. Same thing. You get up and then all of a sudden the camera and mic doesn't work. And then that's somehow magically my fault. It's not. It's his. He knows it's his.
Do you know what I don't like about StreamYard is people can porn bomb you too easily.
Oh, I don't know. They can fucking do it on this one too. I just
you can control the camera on this one, you said, right?
Yeah. Oh, here. You want proof?
You can shut people's cameras off.
There's Nick. Oh, I just turned yours on.
Can you turn it off?
Yep.
Nice. So can I turn it back on though? That's the thing.
Can you turn it? Yeah, you can. Yeah.
So that sucks. If you could make it so only I could turn it off. If you could.
Well, does that really suck though, or does that give me an opportunity to make sure that my channel's clean?
No, if someone could turn it back on by themselves, they could still porn bomb you. That's what I'm saying. They should make it so if the mod turns it off, you cannot turn it back on. I don't know why they don't do that. Oh no, I mean at the same token, dude, if somebody porn bomb me, they're banned forever. So it doesn't I know, but still, it's annoying.
Everybody that talks shit in the comments, and I warn them and I say, look, you keep going, you're gonna get banned, and then they get banned, and then they want to complain. Sorry, don't do stupid shit. Play stupid games on my channel, you're gonna win stupid prizes. So I mean it's just what it is. I don't do this shit to other people. I expect you to respect me the same. And it's not even about respect. It's about just, common courtesy, decency, common sense. Right. If you don't like what I preach, then don't watch my channel. It's very simple. But what I preach is just Bible verses. So if you don't like what I preach, then you hate the Bible. So I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell anybody anymore at this point. All I know is ETT's a coward. That's what we're up here for. And sorry, everybody. I know I was late. I was having a very deep conversation with my children about life and some of the curveballs in it and judgment and common sense. And I lost
David, did you?
What?
Would you ever debate old David the Jew?
Jew Dave? Yeah.
Yeah.
He sticks to his same 3 verses and then he forgets about all the other ones written around him. Yeah. Yeah, that's Jew Dave. And then he accuses me of doing that, but that's not me. I go by his whole book. He doesn't line up with his own book. He doesn't have He doesn't follow his own so-called religion. He doesn't follow his own religion. So how can he tell
I
me
don't
about
think
mine?
he's like very religious at all.
Right. And that's where I would say, like, all the people that want to listen to Dave, and they're all like, yeah, Dave's right. Dave's right. Dave doesn't follow his own religion. So where does he have any right to tell anybody about theirs? He has none.
Do people actually say all that stuff about him? Oh, he's right. He's right.
Huh? Yeah.
They do?
Well, sinners always side with sinners, Nick, on my channel. That's what always ends up happening. And it happens on your channel too.
Yeah,
Sinners always side with sinners. They don't give a shit what the verses say.
I like Dave. He makes me laugh and stuff, but
I love Dave. I love Dave. We talk to each other. I've got his cell phone number, dude.
I don't think he's that like biblical.
He's gone. He's gone. He's mentally gone. Dave is done. Seared. He's corrupted and polluted to the core.
Oh yeah.
Yes. To the core. To the core. To the rotten root of where he's at. Yeah, he's done.
Why do you say that?
Because he is.
Like, why is he gone and polluted to the core? Like,
he serves sin. That's it. He hates Jesus. Nick, he hates Jesus.
Well, a lot of Jews do.
Yeah. He
or
hates
a skin
Jesus.
Jew, I guess that's what you'd call him. A lot of skin Jews do hate Jesus.
Yeah, he's one of them, and the one, and 99.999999999% of them that claim that they believe in Jesus, they still serve sin. So it doesn't make a difference. If you sin, you're not saved. If you sin, you're not saved. I make myself expressly clear, and that's not my words. That's Jesus's words. Jesus said, "Whoever sins is a servant of sin." You cannot be a servant of sin and walk in the light at the same time. If you still sin, you are not saved. Period.
There's a big movement of Christians, especially in the United States, that are all like, we got to support Israel. We got to help the Jews.
Yeah, but they're just supporting sinners.
But they don't understand, though, like most Jews in Israel, like, hate Christians, dude. Like, if you've ever seen documentaries where they go through and talk to these rabbis about Jesus, like, they get so angry and they get treated so shitty by the old Jews. Like, they hate Christians.
Yes. Yeah, and that's the real root. That's the root of it. They hate God. It's not that they hate the Christian, or you call them Christians. It's not that they hate the person. They hate the doctrine. They hate
Christ. They never accepted him. They think he's an imposter. They don't like people who follow Christ. Like, maybe some of them do, but like 99% are like so against Christ and anyone that follows him. Like, it's crazy. You have all these Christians support, like, sending donations to like poor Jewish people and like people in Israel, and like they don't understand that like these Jews are not down with these people.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's I mean, there's a lot about that in Revelation. So at the end of the day, the people in Israel right now, they're not even the real Jews. And the whole world's about to get a huge fucking wake-up call real soon. And once that happens, it's too late. Once that wake-up call happens, that is way too late. It's going to be too late. Everybody that sins they're going to have a really hard time very soon. So I don't, I've got, all I can say, the only reason I'm even up here tonight is to update everybody on what the hell's going on with the ETT shit. And that's what's going on. He's running. He's putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. And I'm hoping that doing this little half an hour, 45-minute, 1 hour thing will force him into the position to have to do it. But at the end, you're going to see the outcome. And the outcome, he's going to get destroyed. ETT's a fucking retard. He serves sin. There is no way to win that debate with me for anybody if you still sin. There's no way, because in order for ETT to win, he would have to call Jesus a liar. Jesus said, whoever sins is the servant of sin. In order for anybody to say they're saved and they still sin, they have to say Jesus is lying. And that's all he's going to do. If he'll even go in the New Testament, I don't even think he doesn't care. The kid doesn't care. He's a fucking idiot. He's a fucking idiot. And he ran his mouth about the wrong person, and now he can't back it up. That's all that's happening. So I'm happy to push the issue only because of the circumstance behind it and the amount of people that he deceives, which isn't even that much. But at the end of the day, like, people got to wake up. That he's a fake. Everything about him is fake. Everything about him is fake. He's 22 years old and lives at home. Something wrong. There's something wrong there.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I think I might have moved back in with my parents for a year or two when I was in my early 20s, maybe.
Dude, me too. But I mean,
who knows how long he's been living
I had
there.
a career. At 22, I had a career, you know? And I don't look at like, oh, having a job makes you somebody, because that's not true. What I'm saying is that the mental capacity to handle independence does not.
Do you know like what he does and stuff? I don't know what he does. Do you?
I heard he worked some pizza bullshit. I don't know.
Oh.
But at the end of the day, at 22 years old, there's a mental independence that he should have that he doesn't appear to have. He said he can't go live with me because his parents might get mad.
That's what he said?
That's what you told me. He lives at home. No. His parents don't support his BHI bullshit.
No, I didn't say that.
And it's not just from you. It's not just from you. I've heard this from several other people that's the excuse that he clings to.
I just said he doesn't know like if he's got time to do it or what's going on.
He has the fucking time, Nick. Why was he in my chat tonight? Because he has the fucking time. Why is he going live on his own channel? On his own channel for the last 2 weeks. Why is he live? It's because he has the time.
All right.
So why can't he put that time towards defending the shit that came out of his mouth?
I don't know. Maybe he's scared of you.
Exactly. No, that's it. You nailed it. That's it. He's terrified. And he should be. Because he's a liar, he's a fraud, and he serves sin. He should be terrified. He fucking should be. I would be.
Mm-hmm.
I know that. I know for a fact. If I was like one of you guys on the other end of me, I wouldn't want to talk to me either.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be scared shitless too. And he should be. He ran his fucking mouth. And now he can't back it up. But then there's the consequence for that, right? Like, so now you got me up here going live talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to come back on him. Everybody that sees this is going to go to ETT and be like, dude, he just dogged the shit out of you. And he's going to be like, well, I can't do anything about it until October. What the fuck? What the fuck, dude? No, it's not going to fly, man. I'm raising my sons to be men, right? All bullshit aside, I'm raising my sons to be men. And a man is the exact opposite of this motherfucker. So that's it. Like, as a man, you need to be accountable. You need to be responsible. You need to be a fucking man. And he's not. Very telling of his character. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, it just is what it is, man. He shouldn't have challenged me if he wasn't planning on backing it up. Like, that was his mistake. You want to serve sin for the rest of your life, cool, but keep my fucking name out of your mouth. And he didn't. He fucking didn't. He decided to keep my name in his mouth, coming out of his mouth. And that's a problem for me.
Well, we'll see. Hopefully he makes a date. And
yeah, now he'll give you a date and a time. Now he'll figure out a date and a time. But I would still almost bet dollars to cents that he won't show. Just like he's done every other time. He tried to, he would not let me on his channel that night when I snuck in through Joey's account. He wouldn't let me up.
You guys have never debated before? Or
what?
Have you ever debated them before?
I've talked to him before, which is why he won't talk to me now. He knows it's a losing battle for him. It's an epic loss, and he knows it. But that's where I'm like, dude, why can't you just be man enough to look in the mirror and say, okay, you know you can't debate me and win, so why not just listen to what I have to say? And it's not about what I say, it's about what the Bible says. And you found that out the last couple of days. It's not about what I say. I just go by what the Bible says. There's nothing else. I have nothing else.
I think me and you might still have some stuff to work out.
We have a lot of shit to work out.
I don't think we're 100% on biblical agreement yet, but yeah, I've been talking to you lots over the last couple of days. For sure.
And have I been an asshole? No.
No, you've been real nice to me.
Yeah, that's it. You know, it's come correct. fucking come correct. ETT hasn't figured that out yet. He wants to come in and be like, oh, yeah, I still serve sin and I'm safe. No, it doesn't fucking work that way, man. The Bible says so. So you're either going to take the time to figure it out or you're just going to get fucking ran over like he's getting ran over tonight. He's going to get ground to powder, and that's fine. I'm cool with that too. Doesn't hurt me at all. Doesn't affect me at all. Doesn't change my outcome at all. I love him enough to tell him the truth, but he keeps running. And it's amazing that he can run so much for being as fucking big as he is.
Yeah, he's, I don't know how big. Is he a big guy or what?
I'm judging from the pictures I've seen. Yeah, he's pork chop. Pork chop. And that's fine. I'm a pork chop too. But fuck, I'm more like a T-bone steak. But at the end of the day, I don't run. I don't run from anybody for any reason ever, and it never will. I've got no reason to.
No, you don't run. You go on like every single show you can. I see you all over you.
Yep.
Usually people are laughing at you or like saying mean stuff to you, but
it just doesn't matter. Yeah, no, I don't run. Because there's always somebody that needs to hear the truth. And that one person makes all of it worth it. I don't care if they took my house, took my kids, put me in cuffs and locked me up. There's somebody in jail that I'll be able to show the gospel to. So for me, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And ETT can't say the same thing.
No.
Who Mad Cat is. Good night. I love you too, kiddo. I see you in the morning. Okay. Remember what we got going on tomorrow. All right. Love you, kiddo. Set your alarm for like 7:45. Yes. Well, yeah. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. Well, okay, fine. 8:30, but that gives you 8 hours. Go. Got a busy day tomorrow.
Oh yeah, what are you doing?
Kind of a long story. Just same shit, different day, man.
Right on.
Truth is truth. Yeah, the truth is truth, and there's only one truth. There cannot be many truths. There's only one. There's only one. There's billions and billions of lies. There's only one truth. And once you have that, you never let it go. You never let it go. Once you accept the truth, it's over. Oh, it is truth. Oh, I thought so. I kind of thought so because it's cat, like whatever, but it is what it is. Long story short, ETT's running. Nick is my witness to it. Now, Nick wants to give him the benefit of the doubt, and I do too. That's fine. That's great. Okay, so 2 weeks. 2 weeks, Nick, right?
I think he said in 2 weeks he'll have, and he'll have a date for me.
2 weeks. Oh, in 2 weeks he'll have a date.
Well, I don't know, man.
Motherfucker. Dude, this is bullshit. This is so bullshit. You challenged me over a month ago. What the fuck? Like, and just that alone, like the Bible says, be instant in season and out of season. Mm-hmm. He should have been ready to go the minute my name came out of his mouth.
The Bible also says, let your no be a no and the yes be a yes. Anything other than that is evil.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what he's doing, isn't it?
Yeah, like, dude, when are you going to do this?
I'll debate you, but 2 weeks. Oh, wait, I need another 2 weeks. Oh, wait, I need another 2 weeks.
Yeah, let your no be no and your yes be yes.
So, yeah, my yes is yes, dude. I'm ready to go now. I'm ready to go now. I don't need 2 weeks. I don't need a month. I don't need 2 months. I'm ready to go now. Because I'm legit, and that's it. And he's not, and he knows it, and that's why he can't.
You're too legit to quit, bro.
And the funniest part is, if he tries to read, if he's like trying to prepare himself, and he actually reads the New Testament, he's just going to find out that I'm right. So in the end, it's a lose-lose for him. Well, it could be a lose-win. If he actually reads the New Testament and figures it out, then that would be a win for him. But it would still be a win for me because he'd have to admit that I was right and he was wrong. And it's not about me being right. It's about the Bible being right, because that's all I give a shit about. The Bible is right. Jesus paid for it all.
It'd be a win-win for you.
Yeah, it's a win-win for me and a lose-win for him at best. Otherwise, it's a lose-lose all the way around for this kid. And I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for him. He can't even fucking, dude. How many months do you need? He's been talking about debating me for like the last 2 years. Why do you,
or where did you guys have this conversation? On his channel?
On his channel, yeah.
Oh.
You can share your screen shit on here too, man. I don't,
Nice.
you know.
How'd the debate go on his channel?
I do. I crush him every time.
Oh,
He serves sin. And then he always plays that I don't willingly sin bullshit. Well, no, motherfucker, because slavery is never a willing deal. When you're a slave to sin, that's not something you willingly choose. Unless you've already known the truth and you choose to ignore the Bible. Then that's a willing, you turn your back on it willingly. Being a slave to sin, an unbeliever, not saved ever, it's not a willing thing. I've never heard a black person say, yes, miss a white man, put me back in chains, I'll go pick cotton. I've never heard that. Ever. Being a slave to sin is doing what you don't want to do. And you do it anyway. That's a slave to sin. A slave to righteousness is doing the same shit, but only you're perfect, you trust, you reconciled all things. That's it.
Slave to righteousness. Yeah, you have to become a slave to righteousness.
Look at Kat. She's like, Perry, you're scary. I'd rather debate your kid instead of you. No, I don't take any offense to that. That's a compliment to me. That's a compliment to me that says that, you know, it just agrees with what Jesus said. The light shines into the dark and the dark doesn't comprehend it. So it can't approach the light. ETT can't debate me because it's going to expose him. It is a 1,000% chance that he is going to get eaten alive on camera. And then he's got to deal with the blowback for all the shit that he talked. From even the sinners are going to be like, dude, preacher fucked you up. And the sinners, what's funny about sinners is they'll all still side with ETT. They'll all still comment on the video and be like, ETT destroyed you, blah, 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 blah. But deep down in their mind and in their heart, they know he got wrecked. It's the same thing every time. It's always the same shit. It's always the same shit from the same sinners, and all sinners are the same. Muslim sinners, Jewish sinners, Christian sinners, all sinners are the same.
Dirty sinners.
Dirty sinners. Nick, believe it or not, God has the same view, buddy.
Yeah, I'm a dirty sinner, right?
That's on you. You choose it.
Dirty, rotten sinner.
Yep. If that's what you choose, then that's what you choose. I choose to be perfect.
I know.
Jesus made me perfect. I trust him. I trust him. I trust what he did.
I know what you're all about, bruh.
I know. And you're well on your way. So I'm not even going to force the issue with you tonight, man. I just thank you for being witness to this. And even though I did, and to make it very clear, Nick, did I ever ask you to get involved in this? No.
No.
I didn't. But Nick, I was talking to Nick about it, and I was like, you know, ETT keeps saying he wants to, that he destroyed me in a debate, but then he never shows up. And then I got a message today from Nick that was like, hey, or last night, I got a message from you, and he's like, hey, I talked to ETT about it. He said he'd do it on my channel.
Yeah,
and then
that's right.
I know Nick. Nick is like ready to go now too. Yeah, I would assume so. You're ready, like now.
Yeah, I would do it.
And where the fuck is he?
I don't know.
Where the fuck is he? I need 2 more weeks. I need 2 more weeks. I need 2 more weeks. Motherfucker, get off the bottle. Stop. Get off your mom's tits. Come on.
Oh, Perry.
It is what it is, dude. He needs to stop latching. Oh, shit.
Well, hopefully
I'm in such a good mood, Nick. If you only knew, dude. I got so much done today that needed to get done. I'm in such a good mood, and I have such a good week ahead of me. I can't even... I just can't even put into words.
That's good, man. Good for you.
I'm torn. I'm really torn right now on something.
I got to move for the next 3 days, and I hate moving. It's so terrible.
Yep.
Nobody likes moving. Nobody likes moving.
Yeah, the sooner you just accept that Jesus reconciled it all, the sooner your life will be a lot better, Nick.
I know, but I still have to move all my shit.
Yeah? Oh, you keep fucking denying him.
I don't deny them.
Dude, here's one thing I will not lie to you about. We turned you over like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
Oh.
And ever since then, every time we talk, your life is never going good. I'm just telling you. And I can't lift that until you submit to the book. Gotcha. And I told you last night that if you don't submit, it's just going to get worse. So, and I'm telling you now, as your friend, as somebody who adores you, I love you. My children love you. My wife loves you as much as she hates you. She loves you. All of it. Just submit to the book so I can lift that.
So you turn me over to the devil, but you can lift it?
Yeah. Whatever I bind is bound, and whatever I loose is loosened.
All right.
Yeah, that's scripture, Nick. You know it is. I just quoted the verse.
I appreciate that, because being turned over to the devil definitely doesn't sound like a good thing to me.
Well, it hasn't been a good thing. The saddest thing for me, though, is you don't get your finger back.
Yeah, well,
that actually hurts me. It probably hurts me more than it hurts you.
Yeah.
I'm not, dude, and I'm not trying to make a joke. I'm like, it is kind of funny, but it's not funny. And I'm not trying to make it into something humorous. I take it very seriously. When we did that, we all took it very seriously. And I'm telling you, you need to submit to the book or your life will only get worse.
So what? You're telling me you and your group sat around and like did a curse
prayed
on my
and
finger?
Surrendered you to Satan. Yeah, we
and
did.
That's the reason why I lost my finger in a fight. Is that what you're saying?
Well, it's that among a myriad of other things that's happening to you right now, like moving.
I'm moving into such a better place. It's such an upgrade.
Well, that's good. Okay, that's good. Wait and see if it
moving
actually
sucks.
turns out. Wait until it turns out. Wait and see if it actually turns out to be a better place.
It is. So you're already there tonight. We already got the keys.
All right. Yeah, but you don't know your neighbors yet.
Yeah, well,
you know what I mean?
True. That's true.
So,
you never know anything in life, but
I do. And I'm telling you, shit's only going to get worse until you submit to the book. I promise.
Okay. Well,
I know it's weird.
Good to know.
It's weird, but I trust him, and I know the book don't lie. So it is what it is. What was I going to say? Shit. Oh, here's my dilemma, right? The curtain's behind me. You see the curtain?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm torn. I'm in a position where it's so fucked. This is the dumbest shit in the world, dude. Honestly, I was talking to Lee about it. Her name is Lee. I was talking to her about it today, and I'm like, I was like, I remember 5 years ago when we didn't even have a mattress. The first couple of years of me being married to me being with my wife, our first couple of years, we literally slept on the floor.
Yeah.
The kids came first. We slept we put down a whole bunch of blankets on the floor, and we called it a floor bed. And like, I remember those days. And so now the only actual problem I have in my life outside of the court shit because of the Bible, and I don't consider that to be a problem because I know how that ends. The only problem I actually have in my life is right now I want to buy camouflage curtains. And there's, all my bills are paid, all my responsibilities are taken care of, everything is done. I just can't justify spending $90 on fucking
camouflage curtains.
Camo curtains. Yeah, dude. Yeah. I want
military camo.
Like old school Army Vietnam camo. Yeah. Jungle camo.
Your wife's down with that or what?
Yeah. No, she doesn't have it. She doesn't. My wife doesn't make the rules in the house. My wife doesn't. She's okay with whatever.
My wife would be like, dude. My wife would be like, "There's no way you're putting Army camouflage."
Well, I mean, there's negotiation. There's negotiation there because she's got, the other room, but for this room that I'm in, like, I want camo curtains. I don't even know if I really want camo. I just want new curtains.
Yeah. For sure.
And that's the only fucking problem. That's the only problem I have right now. I almost feel bad because that's the only problem I have right now.
That's kind of weird. Like as a dude, even worrying about that, I would. The last thing on my mind.
Yeah.
Curtains.
Welcome to my world, dude. I was like, what the fuck? And that's what I went to her, and I'm like, this is
look just fine to me.
I went to her and I'm like, this is the weirdest shit I've ever had in my life. Like, this is just the first time I've ever had a white person problem. You know what I mean? Like,
it sounds more like a feminine problem to me.
No, because everything I do, my whole house, dude, like everything, my shop, everything has to be in order because I have to be willing, like, if any random fucking agency shows up at my door and has questions, I need to be ready at all times. So my house has to be in such a position to where I have to be comfortable with the entire world seeing it. And so curtains, believe it or not, they are kind of a big deal. And I think camo curtains would look good in the background.
Yeah.
So it is. I mean, while it's a mundane, stupid fucking issue, and there's 100 other things that are probably better that I could do with the $90.
Whatever. If you have,
I do need new curtains. I'm just torn on it. I don't know.
If you can spare the $90 and your heart really desires those curtains, Perry, I mean, go for it.
Well, I'm going to.
Nice.
I'm going to.
You better show them off.
It's just weird how 5 years ago, you know, I was dealing with, like, it was a whole different. I don't know how to explain it to you, Nick. So much. Like, God didn't lie. He said, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and then all these things will be added to you. And the adding part is what I'm going through now.
When I first met you like 4 years ago.
Old print. Yes, Kat. Old print. Yep.
I remember when I first met you like 4 years ago or so, and you guys had like nothing. I think it was like Christmas time.
Yeah. You called it the fucking trailer of truth. You called it the trailer of truth.
Someone donated you all these presents, and it was like, yeah, it was pretty cool, right? Is that what happened?
No. It was the Power Wheels.
Yeah, the Power Wheels. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we did finally get rid of it. Yeah.
The trailer of truth.
Yeah, you remember that? Yeah, you called it trailer of truth, and I made a meme out of it. I made a fucking meme from it. Yep. Yeah, we lost our house for the Bible, man, because of the Bible verse sign out front.
Really?
We really hated that thing. Yep.
Wow. They kicked you out of that trailer park for that?
Oh, they didn't just kick me out. They tried to sue me.
For that sign?
Yeah, for the Bible verse sign. Oh, I have all the paperwork. I can prove it beyond a shadow of a doubt. Yeah. And then
you have a better place now, right?
Yeah. Oh, 1,000%. And we won the lawsuit too. They paid us.
Nice.
They filed. We won.
Nice.
And they ended up paying us.
See, everything happens for a reason, right?
It did, but I had to be willing to go through it.
Yeah. Well, you did.
It just, I don't know, man.
Kind of the same deal that's happening with us. So
all I can say is the Bible doesn't lie. It doesn't lie. Every word in it is true, and it takes form in you when you read it, when you trust it. Shit, find them free. I wish I could find them free. No, I wouldn't accept them free because where I live, free means they probably got bed bugs or something in them. I'm not going that route. Nope. But I wish they were on sale too, because that's the only thing that's really making me say maybe black would be better. But I think camo would be good for YouTube. I think it'd just be a good look. You know? I really do. It's not, I'm not trying to, what's the word? I don't know. Like I don't give a shit about views and any of that, but I want, when I go live, like I like it to be pleasant to the eyes for people. Amazon. Yeah, it's Amazon. It's fucking Amazon. The curtains I want are $45. I need 4 of them. They come in sets of 2. And so it's $90, which is $100 with tax. That I have it, but I don't have it. I mean, there's other things that I've got a friend of ours, right? So I've got a believer that This dude was like you, Nick. He fought me for 3 years. This guy fucking argued with me, slammed heads for 3 years, called me the devil, all kinds of shit. And then out of the blue, I got a message one day and he's just like, "You're right. I was wrong. I'm sorry." And I was like, "Okay, please explain." And he went and he's like, "Jesus paid for it all. All things are reconciled. I can't sin." And we went through a whole bunch of chapters together. And now he's in the SEAL. And he's been in the SEAL for a long time. He lives in Lagos, Nigeria. And he goes,
like a scammer.
His life is hell. What?
He's like scamming you for money.
No. He's never
scamming.
No, Nick. He's never asked me.
That'd be funny.
In the 3 years, he never asked me for $1. And then even after he messaged and apologized and said he was wrong and that I was right.
I'm joking.
And he said the Bible's right. No, this is very serious. It's very serious.
I'm joking.
Lagos, Nigeria is a miserable fucking place to be, dude.
I know. It's like the scam capital of the world.
After going through it, he never asked me for a fucking $1. And because he never asked me for $1, I take care of his rent, dude. His rent.
Boy.
Yeah, he doesn't ask. He doesn't ask me. He's never asked me for shit. I want to make that very fucking clear. This guy's never asked me for $1, and the first time we tried to give him money, he said no.
So because if they find out that you're asking for money, if the government, I've talked to a chick before I met my wife there. It's scamming, and scamming people happen so much there.
Not a scam. No,
they monitor.
No. He's not a scammer, dude.
He's not a scammer. I'm saying
we've had scammers. We've had scammers, Nick. We've had scammers. And even when they are scammers, we'll still send them money.
Well, that's cool
for certain things, and then we ask for the proof of what they spent it on. Like if I send them $100, I'll be like, "Send me a picture of you giving someone a Bible," and if that picture never comes, I never give them another $1. And so we've had scammers. This dude's never been one, ever, not once. It was a 3-year fight to get him to break to the book. He broke. He's never asked me for a fucking $1, but I do everything I can to take care of him because even if he is a scammer, his life is still harder than mine.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I'm still cool with helping him, but he's never asked me for $1. So it just is what it is. So I look at the curtain thing like I could send that to him and cover his rent for the month. And, it just is what it is. But yes, we do have, his name is his actual name is Moses. I've seen his whole family, dude. I've met everything. I know everything about this dude. He's good shit. I've got his address. He lives in a shithole. And I don't feel for him in that respect because we're all born where we're born. We're all created to be who we are. God put us exactly where we're supposed to be. And so I trust that. But at the same token, if I can alleviate some of the dude's weight, I'm going to. And so I do. And I just feel like I should send that to him instead of buying curtains. Maybe. I don't know. But that's my thought process on the whole thing.
That's nice of you, bro. Just be careful. That's all I'm saying. But I guess
Nick, I go by the Bible, dude. I go by the Bible. You cannot be any more careful than going by the book with somebody. If you go by the book with somebody, you can never be deceived. You'll never be cheated. You'll never be lied to. You'll never tolerate being treated like shit. You'll never put up with bullshit. If you go by the Bible and someone makes it out the other end, then you've got a brother for life. That's what you made the comment the other night. You said the people that love you really love you. It's because of that. Because the people that love me, they've been through it. We go by the Bible. We hold each other to the Bible. And it just creates a bond that can't be broke. Ask Cherie. Brunette, you in the comments? Ask her. She'll tell you. Her kids are my kids. Her fucking husband's my husband. I love her. It's family, dude. Like, it's a bond that cannot be broken because the word is what bonds us together. There she is. Very true. The word bonds us together. And so the Nigerian, we have that with him. He's legit. He's 1,000% legit. He's never asked us for a fucking $1, but those of us that can, we do help him. And that's the only debate that I have with myself on the curtains is curtains would look good on YouTube versus I know he works in a fucking slave shop and Like, he's been very open and honest about that. Like, he works in a fucking slave labor shop, and I enjoy helping him too. So but I also take care of a lot of other people for a lot of other things. So it's I don't know. Camo curtains would look fucking good though. Can I get a vote? Can everybody in the comments, if you think camo curtains would look good behind me, push number 1. If you think Moses should get the $90, push number 2.
I'll be right back, man. I got to.
Yes, sir. Everybody that's watching, there's 13 viewers. Please, all of you vote. Because honestly, this is really fucking me up, and I really would like some camo curtains. But, I just think about that. Yeah, family. It is family. Brunette, it is fucking family. All right, so we got 1. Camo curtains would look good. Camo curtains would look good. Savon said Moses. Even Brunette said 1. But that's because you know how much we do send Moses. That dude, I mean, really, he wouldn't have to work if he just would show up more often. I don't know what to tell Moses. If you're listening, we love you, man. Like, he has no idea how much. Jojo's all for camo curtains. Jojo said camo curtains. I agree, dude. I do. I am kind of in agreement. But I don't do shit for myself like that. Like, I don't. There's only a couple of things I spend money on. Cologne and shoes. And my shoes aren't even that bad. Moogie said camo curtains. Milky! You want to come say hi, Moogs? Come on. Milky. Come over here.
Perry.
Say hi. Say hi, Nick.
Hi, Nick.
Hi, Moogie. Is that what they call you?
Yeah, we call her Moogie.
How old are you?
7.
Oh, wow. 7. What grade are you in? What grade are you in, Moogie?
I don't have a hesitation to give to him. The only hesitation is that I want camo curtains.
Can you guys not hear me or what?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh. I asked her what grade she was in.
Oh, what grade are you in?
See?
Grade 3, eh? Right on.
She's
Nice
shy.
Yeah, it's okay. I have a niece your same age, 7. Her name's Danica. Yeah. You'd like her. Her name's Danica. She's 7.
Read your fucking Bible.
What's that?
Louder.
Read your fucking Bible.
Oh. It's not a nice word to say.
It is. Yeah, it's a perfect word. Say you're perfect. Are you perfect?
Yeah.
Can you sin?
No.
No. See how easy that is?
Yeah.
Yep. And they understand it too. They do. They know Jesus paid for it all. What do we say, Moogie? We say,
smart.
thank you, Jesus.
That's cool, man. You're a smart girl. Got a good dad.
Say, we love you, Nick.
We love you, Nick.
Love you guys
You know
too.
who he is? Do you remember who he is?
No.
No, that's probably good. That's a good thing.
Yeah. Nice
For your sakes, that's a good thing. So, at the end of the day, okay, you can go. That's fine. Yeah, no, I have no hesitation on whether to send it to Moses or not. I want camo curtains. And then I kind of, I know I can't sin. I can't do anything wrong. So, and there's no really, I took care of somebody else the other day that really needed it. And I'm just trying to weigh out like my good deeds for the month. You know what I mean? like there's, it just is what it is.
ETT said he's watching and he can't just go live at any random time.
Oh, okay.
He said he
right.
needs
Okay,
to
sure.
go out to the car and it's not his.
Right.
He
Yeah.
doesn't know what day is available for me, but because of some situations, but he said just let me know that I'm going to make him in big capital letters. He says code blue in this debate.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
He
He said that like a year ago. He said, hang on, Nick. He said that like a year ago, though, and then he's never showed up. I don't remember who yet. I couldn't tell you. We do so much shit. We talk to so many people every day. It's I couldn't tell you. All I can say is the ETT bullshit. I'll believe it when I see it, because at the end of the day, so far, and it doesn't even matter. He can't cold blue anything. I can't die. I'm fucking saved.
He also said that.
Why doesn't he say it in the comments?
Said that he had multiple debates with you and Tim
No,
and
he's
Fat
with
Ass
it.
Dogs, and Perry even said I beat Tim in our debate. I might be able to do it sooner. I'll let you know.
Right. Okay. I'll believe it when I see it. At the end of the day, look, and then even look at that. He's messaging you instead of in the comments. Why?
I don't know.
I mean, that's what I look at.
Because he's in our Discord.
He's what?
He's in our Discord.
Oh, okay. Well, he's watching though. Yeah. So why not in the comments?
I don't know if he's still watching. I don't know.
No, he's just leading you on, dude. He just doesn't want you to see him as a coward. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's all a pride thing. He's a fucking idiot. Yeah. I remember the phone call, Kat. I don't remember which one it was. It was a bunch of them though. I think they all called. I think it was a whole big thing. And we told you to read your Bible. I mean, that's what it always is. You just heard my daughter tell you to read your fucking Bible. Like, it's not hard. It's just not hard. Just read the Bible. It says what it says. That's it. Jesus fulfilled the law. We're under grace, not the law. If you're not under the law, it doesn't apply to you. If it doesn't apply to you, then you can't break it. And if you can't break it, then you can't sin. It's so simple. Yeah, if you said that at 7 you get soap in your mouth, that's because your parents are hypocrites. Yeah, oh yeah, all in the kitchen making breakfast. Yes, I remember the call. Yeah. I remember that exact call. Yep. And we do that for a lot of people all the time. We love people. That's it. We love everybody. I love everybody enough to tell you that Jesus loved you so much that he got crucified for you, and he made you perfect in doing so. And if you choose to deny that, if you choose to deny that he reconciled all things, then you deny Christ. If you call something sin, then you're denying that he reconciled it. And that's of the devil. Well, that's funny. You say I look like Muhammad, but yet there's no pictures of Muhammad. So, kind of just makes you look more retarded.
You look like Muhammad, someone said.
Yeah. Well, no, ETT.
Oh, ETT.
Yeah.
You look like Muhammad.
Yeah. Well, I'd rather look like Muhammad than fucking Gonzo.
No one even knows what Muhammad looks like, actually. But
exactly. Though that's what I just said. Nobody knows what Muhammad looks like.
We can just imagine, though.
But at the end of the day, ETT, look, he's in the comments now. So he's in the comments now. He's got time now, but he can't do it. Why? Why? There's only one fucking reason, and it's fear. Fear. He knows he's going to lose. That's like, I hate politics. All the sinner politician bullshit. It's all joke. It's all fucking set up. But at the end of the day, it's the same thing like Trump and Kamala. Why won't Kamala do interviews? Because she knows she's stupid. But Trump will do an interview in a heartbeat. Why? Because his policies work. So the difference between the two is night and day, quite literally. And so it's the same thing here. ETT won't come up here because he knows he's going to lose. Very simple.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the chat. I definitely could not have said that at 7 years old either. But Perry lives.
I couldn't have either. Yeah, I couldn't have either. I would have got. My mom used to pour dish soap in my mouth.
Perry's his own man. He flies by his own rules.
I just have more important shit to worry about. In America, I believe in free speech, even for my children.
Is ETT afraid of Perry?
Yes.
That big joy to the world.
My kids say whatever they want to say. They're free.
Perry being afraid of ETT, he says.
I'm pretty sure that is ETT.
Who? Big Joy?
Or it's Jew Dave. Or it's Jew Dave.
Two Daves in the house? Damn.
Might be. I don't know what the fuck. Brunette, can you get me a fucking in the comments? Can you put Can you get me info on that account? Appreciate it.
Info. How does she do that? Just
Look at ETT. Look at, see this, Nick?
Perry runs
Look what he just said.
from a hell debate. That
Nick, am I the one running?
Not from this one, but maybe did you have other ones? No, I don't
Never.
think so,
I've
no.
never ran at all, ever, from anybody.
No.
This is him. This is him fucking trying to save face, and he can't. There's no
Perry don't run, bro.
And Nathan Roberts, for anybody that wants to know, Nathan Roberts, this is ETT. It's a fake account that he uses. He used it on me. He spoke in the third person for months, pretending that it wasn't himself, but it really was the entire time. And we found out, and he got caught, and he owned it. I have the screenshot of the message. I sent it to Nick. Nick has seen it. ETT is a fraud, front to back, floor to ceiling fraud. Yeah, it's probably you, Dave. That's got to be you, Dave.
The crowd that you get on your shows is so funny. There's Rudy. ETT,
if you sin, you're going to hell. The Bible says so. Jesus said so. Jesus said that hell is a place of torment that lasts forever, and the worm does not die. So you're just calling Jesus a liar. You're full of shit, dude. You're just full of shit. If you really were that serious, here's the link. The moderator is already up here, and I'm quite confident in Nick that at this point, after the conversation we had in the last few days, he's smart enough to be neutral.
See, oh yeah, I'll be neutral for sure. I get along with ETT, but we disagree on a lot of doctrine, like especially where he's saying hell is fake. Like I don't agree with that at all.
Well, that's just his way of erasing the consequence for him serving sin.
Yeah.
So I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I don't give a shit. The fucking Old Testament says hell's real. ETT's a fucking retard, dude. He's a retard. He was born. He was born, and the doctor dropped him on his fucking dome, and it turned him into Gonzo.
I mean, he never used the word hell explicitly, but like he preached about it more than he did heaven.
I would use hell explicitly. Fucking Isaiah chapter 5 verse 40 is very 5:14 is very clear that they go to hell. Hell's real. I mean,
he always talks about the place where the
You're giving me a warm-up time. I don't fucking need it, you fucking Gonzo piece of shit. I'm here now. Where are you? Looks like to me you're the one that needs the warm-up time, and that's not going to help you because every time you sin, you prove who you serve. Very simple. I don't care what Primal Man says about me. I'm assuming you probably are Primal Man from a different account. Yeah, I'm sure they did throw out all their shit. Their feet don't abide in their own house. They serve sin. They change like fucking like the wind blows. They don't. There's nothing solid about them. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. ETT sounds like a pedo. He does, though. He really does. He sounds like the kind. He sounds like the kind of pedo you don't like.
What kind of pedo would you like?
I don't know.
None.
He just sounds like the one that you don't like. He sounds like the kind that they're like. There's zero justification for, and he does, and that's how he acts too, dude. Look, in the comments, he's sitting here saying, "I'm giving you warm-up time. You're running. How am I running? I'm here now. Where are you? Where are you at, Gonzo? Come on, pork chop. Come on up here." Yeah, that's you, Dave.
I'm going to give you...
Joy to the world is you, Dave. That worked.
I'm going to give... Oh, yeah. I'm Perry's #1 fan. I'm going to give you warm-up time, dude. Tonight I am playing Call of Duty listening to this dumpster fire.
Oh, he's got time for Call of Duty, but not to back up all the shit that comes out of his mouth. Do you see how this works, Nick?
Yeah.
You see how that works? Can you honestly tell me with a straight fucking face that this guy is serious about anything? No. No, he's a joke. He's a fucking joke.
Joy
And then this shit,
to the
I think
world.
ETT thinks. Well, I'm glad you base your life on hearsay there, buddy. Especially shit you made up for yourself.
Every dog has his day. Yours is coming.
My day's right now, buddy. My day's every day, all day.
Mad
I'm not a
Cat
dog. I'm a
Dog
sheep.
ETT.
I'm a sheep. You're the
That's
dog, which is why you can't come up here because you keep returning to your vomit over and over and over and over. And I'll bring that verse up during the debate just to prove the point.
Perry is shot glass deep, but ETT is challenger deep.
Do you see? That's all he can do is just talk in the comments. He's got nothing. Nothing.
Very
Everybody, this is ETT right here. This is ETT. This is him.
No, that's
He's got time for
Nathan-
Call of Duty.
Nathan Roberts, bro.
Nathan Roberts is ETT.
You sure?
1,000%. You want to see?
Yeah.
I sent you the fucking screenshot.
I
Or are you
know.
just trying to bait me into putting it up?
I'm just trying to bait you.
Okay. That's fair. At least be honest about that then.
I am.
I got to find it from where I sent it to you.
Trying to masturbate you.
No, not even close, Nick. You can't. Everything you're doing is because you're allowed to.
Okay.
That's it. I'm just being real with you, man. I allow it. I didn't have to go live tonight.
You allow it, yeah.
Well, God allows it. I didn't have to go live tonight.
You
I
should
could've
really
just-
throw my finger back, seeing how you prayed to get rid of it.
No. I didn't pray to get rid of your finger. I prayed for God to teach you a fucking lesson, and He sure as shit did. He sure as shit did. And He's gonna keep teaching you until you listen. I just feel bad for you if you drag that out much longer. I feel really bad for you, especially if you wait till too long. Because once it's too late, then it's too late.
So once I accept the book the way you
Jesus
do that,
reconciled all things.
listed,
It's not about what I say, Nick. It's about what the Bible says. Once you accept that Jesus reconciled all things.
then you guys will lift the curse?
Yeah.
Okay. Not very loving of you to do, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah, I think it's more loving than you'll ever understand.
To turn someone over to the devil?
Uh-huh.
Because that's what
We
you
only
said.
did it because we love you, dude.
How do you guys do that? Like, how does it work? I'm just curious about the process.
It's really simple. We all agree on one thing, and then we all pray, and then that's done.
So, like, if you guys sat down together and prayed,
If we sat down together and prayed for an earthquake, it happens. If we sat down together and prayed for someone to get their visa, it happens. If we sit down together and pray for something to go faster than it should, it does.
wow, what?
Yeah.
You could pray that for an earthquake to happen, and it would happen.
Yeah, we've done that.
What? Really?
Yeah. We learned our lesson.
Which
We learned our lesson. We learned our lesson. I don't fuck with that shit that much. We don't fuck with that shit too much anymore.
How big are these earthquakes that you can bring?
The one that we prayed for killed 1,200 people.
What?
Yeah, and it was in the exact place that we asked for it to be, at the exact time, at the exact day, and 1,200 people died. So we stopped playing with that. Yeah.
Wow. 1,200.
I don't care if you believe me or not. I don't need you to believe me.
I'm not saying I don't believe you, bro.
There's witnesses. There's quite a few witnesses. The reality is the reality, and so no, we're very careful about what comes out of our mouths.
Which earthquake was that? Like, it was obviously. On
It was in China. It was 4 years ago. It was in China.
Why did you guys do that to the Chinese?
To see if it works.
Just to see if it works?
Yeah, and then it did, and then we learned a lesson.
Like, all of you guys have that, can do that?
Yeah.
Or you have
As
to
a group.
sit down and pray together?
Together. If we all agree on the same thing and we ask for it, we get it. Yes.
So you guys
And
all
it's
just
not-
sit down and
It's
pray.
not like, oh, I want $1 million. It doesn't work that way. It's got to be His will. Everything
like,
has to line up. Everything
just
has to line
see if
up.
it would
And
work,
that
you didn't
day, everything that day just lined up.
You didn't have
Yes,
anything
that
against the Chinese. You just did it to see if it would work.
Huh?
You just did it to see if it would work. You didn't have anything against the people that you did it to.
I don't have anything against anybody, no.
So you think God just killed 1,200 people just to show you that it worked?
Well, didn't He just kill 40 people with the Hurricane Helene?
Yeah.
Didn't
but,
He kill 500 people when Israel fucking bombed
but you didn't
Lebanon?
pray for that to happen, did you?
Well, I mean, that's all written that it's going to happen, so it's going to happen anyway.
Dude, that's crazy. What else have you guys prayed for that came true? Like
All
that?
kinds of shit, dude. All kinds of shit, Nick.
Like what?
All kinds of shit.
I'm curious.
If I were to try and explain to you all the things, there's not enough paper in the
I am
world.
like so interested in this now. You got to give me one more example. There's got to be something else that you can remember.
There's a lot. There's a lot, but
What
it's
recently?
irrelevant. It's irrelevant. It doesn't
Not
matter.
irrelevant. It's sweet, dude. I want to hear about it. It's crazy. You
Well,
said
every time we need money,
yeah.
we pray, and then my wife keeps getting promoted
Wow.
over and over and over, and she's doing really well. And then one day she pissed me off, and I was like, "You dumb bitch! Like, God gave us everything we have, and you're gonna question him."
Yeah.
I was like, you need to get your shit together before you lose that promotion. The next day, her job tried to back out of the promotion, and she called me in tears, and she's like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "Listen, it's just a warning shot. Read your Bible, relax, everything will be fine." And a few hours later, I got a phone call. She's like, "I got the job." Yeah.
So, do you think you could? Do you think that could go? Like, do you think you could? If
And Tick was here. He watched the whole thing. Tick saw the whole thing happen. And me and him, he's like, "You don't really wish that on your wife?" I was like, "No." And I was specific when I prayed that whatever he teaches her, it doesn't affect the rest of our family. And he did a damn good job. God is good.
So, do you think if someone did something bad enough to you, you could like pray to give them cancer, and you'd listen to that?
I wouldn't pray for cancer for somebody. That's shitty.
But, like, do you think
Ever under any circumstance, I would never do that.
It would work, is what you're saying?
What I would do is turn them over to the devil, and then the devil would just have his way.
And then, well, what if someone had cancer? Could you pray for it to go away?
No, because there's no sign be given to this generation. There's no cancer's perfect too.
Cancer's perfect?
Yeah. He created it, he made it, it serves a purpose. So it's sometimes the cancer, he'll just use that to break them, like your lung shit. He's going to use that to break you. If you submit to the book, you'll be okay. If you don't, you're going to die. And that's as blunt as I can be, Nick. And I'm telling you that Cherie and everybody watching this is going to tell you that I'm not lying to you. And you can find out the easy way or you can find out the hard way. I'm cool with either. I'm good with either way, man. It's on you.
Wow, that's going to take a while for me to digest. That's quite a bit to
That's okay. So
It's
here, I got this to show you. ETT is Nathan, so everybody can see. I put it. Hang on, I loaded it as an overlay. Where is it? What the fuck? Show more.
Truth's like Truth's like your number one fan. She's like, yeah, prayers are like spells. You don't pray for.
Well, it's from a real believer. From a real believer, it's not something to fuck with.
She's
Jesus
saying you
didn't lie.
Specific is cancer, but you can pray for an illness in general.
Jesus didn't lie when he said that the worst thing you could ever do is offend a believer. He was dead serious, Nick. Yeah. That's the worst thing you can do. Somebody that can't sin, somebody that's done nothing but show you love and try and show you the gospel, and then for you to fuck that person over. Oh, God doesn't play, man. He does not play. That is like the worst fucking thing you could do.
When you guys turned me over to the devil, you just said something like, we cast Nick loose, turn him over to Satan. Like, what did you say?
Something along those lines.
Something like that? You just like, we cast him into the hands of Satan or something like that? Let it be?
Well, we all knew what we were doing, so we don't really have to vocalize anything, man. It's just God knows. And we all agree on it and say amen. And that's it.
So you just
it's very easy. It's very simple.
It's kind of like telepathic, and then you guys just agree.
No, I mean, there's a full written out prayer. Yeah. It was serious shit. It's very serious shit, Nick. Yeah, very serious shit. You're finding out. You're learning.
That's why I'm asking you.
It's very serious shit, and we take it very seriously. It's not something we just fucking decide, oh, hey, we're going to
admit, though, that kind of does sound real witchcrafty, doesn't it?
God created all things, Nick. But we don't play with witchcraft. We're playing with the living God. I'm in commune with the living God. There's no.
What do you mean when
there's no witchcraft involved?
When I say witchcraft and you say God created all things, what do you mean by that?
I mean, He created all things. I mean, exactly what I said.
Yeah, but I specifically said like witchcraft in general. So like, what do you
Right,
say?
but witchcraft is working with demons.
Exactly.
And spirits. I don't deal with that. I go straight to the Creator.
Well, when you say God created all things, are you saying like you can do witchcraft and it wouldn't matter to God?
Well, I could do witchcraft. It's not sin, but witchcraft is useless. It's garbage. It does nothing. It's the most pointless and mundane thing in the world. I mean, it's garbage. Witchcraft is garbage. Huh?
So God would be okay if you were working with demons and doing witchcraft and stuff?
Well, he's still a very jealous God, so I wouldn't do that. I'd be opening myself up for bad shit to happen. So I can. There's no sin. If I wanted to go to a tarot card reader and listen to what they had to say, I'd go home. I can't sin, but my house might fucking burn down a week later. You know what I mean? I'm not. I don't tempt God like that. I don't fuck with him.
Well, getting a reading from a tarot card person is one thing.
That's witchcraft. No. That's witchcraft. There's no sense. Why would I go to a tarot card reader when I can hit my knees for 5 minutes and have my answer instantly? Why would I do that?
I wouldn't, but I was saying like if you were like casting like demonic spells and you just Satanism, like all kinds of like weird stuff in your house, like
no, why would I ever do that? I serve God.
Freaking menstrual blood like on an altar in your living room, and you're just
what the fuck is wrong with you?
That's what these Satanists do, bro.
Right, and I would say the same thing to them. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why do you need all that when you could go straight to the Creator?
But what I'm saying is, if you did that stuff, it wouldn't be a sin. Like God,
it wouldn't be a sin, no. But it would definitely. He is still a jealous God, which is why you don't catch me fucking around.
Yeah.
Can't fuck around. I don't fuck around. I take it very seriously, man. I don't take it lightly. God's very serious. Very, very fucking serious. Very, very, very fucking serious. And it's not letting me upload this shit. So what I'm going to do, because this is kind of a big deal to me, Nathan Roberts is ETT. I mean, I'm sure we could just ask him in the chat and he'll admit it, because if he doesn't, he's going to get caught out anyway.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure worshiping Satan would probably be classified as a sin, no?
ETT, are you Nathan Roberts? Please just tell everybody. Please don't make me go through all this bullshit to pull up the fucking thing where you admitted it. I have the screenshot. I really do. I sent it to Nick. Nick has it. He's seen it. He knows. He's just baiting me to put it up here. But can you just admit it in the fucking chat so everybody knows?
He just said yes.
He did?
I think. Or no, he might have been, because I said, is it a sin to worship Satan? I think he said yes.
Well, if you worship Satan, then you don't worship God.
Yeah,
right?
But that
you
wouldn't be a sin.
You can't sit at both tables, Nick. You can't sit at both tables.
But according to you, it wouldn't be a sin to worship Satan, would it?
It wouldn't be a sin for me to go to a satanic temple and watch one of their things. Okay, so yes, he said yes. It is. Nathan Roberts is ETT.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. I am Nathan.
Said I am Nathan.
Yeah, there you go. So everybody can see for yourself. And this dude tried to deceive me for a year using that account. That's the level of his character, man. That's the level of his character. He's a deceiver. He's a piece of shit.
I think he's saying, no, I'm Nathan Roberts. I don't think he's admitting to being ETT.
He's ETT.
I know.
That's why he said yes.
He's not admitting it.
All right, Nathan, say I am ETT.
He said yes to being. He said yes that worshiping Satan is a sin.
Motherfucker. I am ETT. There you go. Thank you. Not hard. It's the first honest thing this kid's ever said. Good job. So, I mean, it just is what it is. It just is what it is. No, I go straight to the Creator, man. I don't got to deal with a middleman.
Wow. Well, that's cool, obviously, but I'm still thinking about the Satan worship thing.
Why would I ever? There's no, fuck, dude. I'm connected to the Creator. Why would I ever go to something created?
Do you believe what this mad cat said? She said, not every witch works with demons. There are good witches.
No, there's no such thing.
Okay, there's your answer.
If she read her Bible, she would know that. She doesn't read, though. She doesn't read.
She says, I can foretell the future as it is. The cards are just for glamour, really a visual for a reader to see.
Why would a real believer who knows that God reconciled all things, why would a real believer who is connected to the Creator, why would they ever consort with something created? They wouldn't. They're just deceiving themselves, driving themselves further into deception. And if that's cat, then that's cat. That's just is what it is. It just is what it is. It's not a sin for her to play with tarot cards, but it's not beneficial. It's not expedient. It's not doing her any favors. It's lies. She's playing with lies. She's trusting a piece of paper instead of trusting the Creator. It doesn't work that way.
David's up in there saying stuff too. He said the wizard on the Wizard of Oz, the witch on the Wizard of Oz was good.
Okay, well, you keep trusting in Hollywood then, man. Go ahead, eat that wormwood up.
David's probably gets like a royalty checks from Hollywood, dude. He's Jewish. He gets a slice of that satanic.
That's kind of fucked up. That's kind of fucked up. I'm sure Dave has a residual income, but I'm pretty sure it's a hell of a lot smaller than he lets on. And he's not really in a position to he's not in a position to say shit right now. Not a motherfucking word. Nothing, because he doesn't keep his own religion. He doesn't keep his own religion. He doesn't follow his own laws. He doesn't follow his own customs. He doesn't follow a goddamn thing on his own shit, and he wants to tell everybody what theirs is. He's a fucking idiot.
I like Dave. He's a good guy. Well, I get along with him.
So
I enjoy my conversations with him, but he definitely doesn't.
It's funny, though. It is funny how I was able to know that it was Dave on the first comment he made just by the wording of it. To be honest, I'm surprised he's still talking to me after what I told him the other day.
What'd you tell him?
Well, he always likes to bitch about the verse in the Bible that says, kiss the son, lest he be angry, right? He says It doesn't say that. It doesn't say that. It never says that God has a son. But in Ezekiel chapter 21, in the Chabad, verse 15, God says that he has a son.
The Chabad.
In the King James, it's verse 10, because the Chabad deletes a whole bunch of shit so they can keep control on their people. But the King James doesn't do that. So there's a lot more in the King James. And it's the same in both. Ezekiel 21:15 in the Chabad is the same as Ezekiel 21:10 in the King James, both of which God says the rod contemns his son, proving that God has a son, and that son is Jesus. And the believers are all sons of God. So it just baffles me, the level of ignorance from that guy. But he hates Jesus, so it's going to be what it is. He's going to get his in the end.
Why is ETT saying that you're begging people for $200 on YouTube?
I didn't beg anybody for $200 on YouTube.
He says at least David is not begging for $200 on YouTube.
I never begged anybody for $200 on YouTube. I asked everybody if they would pitch in for Bibles, and guess how many people pitched in? 0. And guess how many Bibles I got? Every motherfucking one that I wanted. I don't beg people for money. I don't need people's money. I have my own. I ask people if they want to pitch in Bibles for other people. If you want to throw in for Bibles for other people, I will gladly accept the contribution, and your money will go, and you will get a receipt for the Bibles you bought, and you will get a video or a picture of the person that Bible goes to. Nice. I don't care about money. I don't care about views. I don't care about subscribers. I don't care about anything that all these people care about. I care about the Word of God, and I care about sharing the truth.
Did you ever beg money from David? He's saying you did in the chat.
No, he made a comment about something, and I said, well, as much as you're on my channel, you should pitch in. As much entertainment as I provide this skin Jew fuck, he should pitch in. As much shit as I've done to appease him, I think he should pitch in. The trip to Chicago cost me $800. It cost Tick $1,800 to get over here and get home, and for everything that we went and did. Cost like almost $3,000 to do that trip. Nobody fucking helps us. We do it on our own. And so if I ask people to pitch in for Bible, I don't think I'm asking anything of anybody other than to do what they should fucking be willing to do anyway. And if they're not willing to do it, then the problem isn't me. The problem is them. And even if they don't help, then I'm still going to get what I want anyway. I always do.
How much money is David claiming you even asked him for?
I think the thing he's referencing, it was me being sarcastic, first off. Second, I think it was $1,000.
Oh.
I think I told him he should give us a G. He should. If he wants to keep coming in the comments and talking shit and not get blocked, and he wants to be able to come up here and be a part of the channel and be the namesake that he is on this channel, I think he should fucking pitch in. I'm not gonna. I think it's fair. I think it's fair. It would all it would go to is Bibles and fucking food for homeless and people that need it. Dave doesn't fucking. He talks all this time about all this money that he has, but he doesn't fucking help anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Apparently rich. Dave, you're driving around in new Porsche Cayennes and stuff. You can get.
It's not new. It's not new. Don't fool yourself. It's not new. He maybe has a $400-$500 car payment on it, and if he paid cash, he didn't pay any more than $20,000. He's a Jew. Come on, I'm a Jew. I know how these motherfuckers work. I'm just like them. You donate to charity, you fucking idiot. The charity eats up all that money before it ever gets to anybody. That's the point of charities. It's false. They're all fake. That's why the homeless are still homeless and the hungry are still hungry. Because all these fucking charities, it's just them stealing money. It's oppression. It's fucking oppression. You don't have shit, Dave. You don't have shit. You've never put dime one towards this at all. You don't have shit. I've never, ever once from anybody at all, from all the people that love you on YouTube, not once have I ever heard somebody tell me a story of you helping them, or you sending a Bible, or you fucking buying food, or you doing anything for anybody, because you are a miserable, rotten, bitter ass hypocrite who does nothing for anybody but yourself. You're right. You drive a Porsche. Congratulations.
He said he's going to send me a statue of Moses.
Did he ever send it?
Not yet. But
exactly.
I think he'll send it when he gets around to it, I think. Exactly.
And Kat, to what she just said, you never know where your money's going to charities. That is true. Yes, you know exactly where your money's going. It's going in the pockets of the person that filed for the 501c3 to have the nonprofit organization to do so. That's who it's going to. Just like Black Lives Matter, just like the rest of them, just like the fucking heathen buildings. They pocket your money. It does nothing for anybody else. They absorb the majority of it and they give back the crumbs. They don't do shit. If somebody puts money with us, if you say, hey, Perry, look, I'm trusting you. I'm going to give you $100. You can buy Bibles for somebody. You're going to get a receipt for every Bible that was purchased, and you'll get proof of who that Bible went to. And that's the difference between us and everybody else. And I don't ask anybody. I don't demand it from anybody. I don't care. I sarcastically fucked around with Dave one day and told him, look, you're on my channel all the fucking time. You're welcome here all the fucking time. The least you could do is help us out a little. And because he always talks about how much money he has and all this, and he's this great guy. He's not. He's a scumbag piece of shit. He won't help anybody. He won't even help himself.
Why? What's he doing to himself?
He served sin.
Oh, yeah.
He let his fucking wife die in sin. He married the daughter of a strange god and went and served Baal in the high places. His
wife was a Christian, I thought.
She wasn't a Christian. She was a sinner who served sin, who went to the heathen buildings and worshiped Baal in the high places.
I don't think we should talk about his wife that he just lost
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. It's the truth. And he violated his own law in marrying her, and he had children with swine according to his law. So, and if you're going to claim to be a Jew, motherfucker, then you are under that law. Unless you accept Jesus, which Dave won't do. So he's under that law. And according to that law, he had children with swine. He fucked up. He's cut off.
You don't think it's harsh to say stuff like that to people? Though? Like,
I don't care, Nick. I don't care. I care what the law says. I care what the Bible says. I care what God says. I don't give a fuck about his feelings.
Doesn't the Bible say that you're supposed to approach people in love and kindness and gentleness?
Nick, I just sent you the verse that says rebuke them sharply, right?
Yeah, but...
No, okay, so then what does the Bible say? It says rebuke them sharply, that they may be sound in the faith.
You're not rebuking him right now.
I am rebuking him. He's cut off. He's cut off. And he's too fucking ignorant and arrogant to see it. He doesn't care. He thinks that his shit don't stink. But at the end of the day, he puts himself under that law. He claims to be a skin Jew. He thinks he's of that law. And that's what he condemns everybody by. In every YouTube channel I've ever watched him go to, all he does is judge people by the law that he doesn't keep. He's a hypocrite. So if he wants to hold himself by that law, then I'm going to fucking hold him to it.
And that bet you made with him, what is it, 2028?
I'm never going to lose that bet. Ever. In fact, you could see the makings of it now. Israel, they're getting all puffed up.
What did you say? What did you say had to happen by 2028? Israel had to get wiped out.
Israel's going to be destroyed. Yeah, destroyed, leveled, completely gone. They're done.
2028. So in 4 more years.
4 more years.
Yikes.
And right now, what you're seeing is Israel puffing themselves up. They think they're ahead of everything. They're fucking murderous. They're on a murderous fucking rampage. They never ever once actually gave a shit about the sausages. Never once.
Dave's saying you smack your wife around. Is that true?
No.
All
Nick,
right.
do you really want to go down this rabbit hole?
No, like I've never seen you or heard that you hit your wife. I just heard it from other people. So like, I don't know.
I won't lie. I did smack the shit out of my wife a couple times. She had it coming. Oh yeah.
So it is.
Yeah, I don't lie about that, but never, not around the kids, nothing. And everything between me and her was between me and her. And if I hadn't have done what I did, she'd have gone to jail. Not me. She'd have gone to jail. So I saved her ass. I saved her ass, and I stand by my wife 1,000% in everything, and she stands by me 1,000% in everything. And I think that's what
happens. Maybe some proper context will make it seem a little better.
What?
You said you had to smack her around, or she
to put it very. I didn't smack her around. I fucking smacked her one time to wake her up. She needed to quit drinking desperately, and that was like 5 years ago, almost 5 fucking years ago. About 4 years, almost 4 full years. She's been sober now, so nice. I don't regret anything I did at all.
Gotcha.
I'm not under the law, Dave. I'm not under the law. Fucking what's your name? What's his name? ETT. I'm not under the law. I'm not under the law. Yeah, I'm not under the law.
But you don't.
And you want to talk about polygamy? Look at yourself. How many different bitches have you watched getting fucked in the last few days on Pornhub? You fucking hypocrite piece of shit. Fucking hypocrites, man. Hypocrites. All of you motherfuckers. Hypocrites.
Wow.
Hypocrites. Fucking hypocrites. You want to judge me by a law that you don't keep? That makes you a fucking hypocrite. I don't judge anybody by the law. I judge every man perfect. Unless you judge yourself. If you tell me that you sin, if you fucking still sin, then you judge yourself. And then I'm going to go with whatever you say. Fine. If you say you sin, then yeah, you're a sinner. Guess where you're going? The wages of sin is death.
So you don't think that it should be one man and one woman should get married and become one flesh for life?
Yeah, I wanna see this. You don't know what the word polygamy means. Okay, so then by your judgment, David wasn't saved. You fucking piece of shit. Are you saying David wasn't saved, Nick? Now you're saying David wasn't saved. What about Abraham? Because he had Agar. Was he not saved?
You're talking to me.
What about Lot? He fucked his daughters. Was he not saved?
Are you talking to me?
Come on, man. Fucking get over yourselves. Get over yourselves. Get the fuck over yourselves. Every fucking video you watch, Jesus said, if you're going to go by the law, if you look at a woman with lust, that's adultery. If you want to go by the law, that's what that is. That's the standard that he set. So every time you watch porn, you commit adultery. So go ahead, keep judging me. keep judging me by a law that you don't fucking keep. You lose in the end. You lose. ETT loses. Nick, you lose. Stop. I'm a master at this. This is what it is.
Perry.
Look at this. Look at how nasty, rotten.
Can you hear me, Perry?
Can you not hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You're just not.
Okay. Look at how nasty. Look at what Dave just said. Look how nasty that is, Nick. Look how. Do you think a man of God? Do you think a man of God would say that to somebody?
Obviously,
fuck no. What a piece of shit, scumbag. Fucking skinned you, you dirty fucking corrupt pollute motherfucker. You're done.
Yeah, you skinned you.
You're fucking done. Your people are fucking done too. Just wait. Lamentations didn't lie. Jeremiah didn't lie. Ezekiel didn't lie. Isaiah didn't lie. Habakkuk didn't lie. Joel didn't lie. Amos didn't lie. Nehemiah didn't lie. Hezekiah didn't. None of them. You're fucked.
So Perry, do you not believe like when Jesus said two shall become one flesh for life, or?
Yeah, if you sleep with somebody, you're married to them.
Oh, okay. So you don't believe in polygamy then?
I don't. It doesn't matter.
What do you mean?
I'm not under the law.
What do you mean if you sleep with someone and you're married to them? I mean, so you could sleep with a bunch of different girls and be married to them all?
And have a bunch of different wives. Yep, just like David.
But that's not what that's
just like David. Listen to what I'm telling you. Just like David. For your accusation to hold weight, you're saying David wasn't saved. So either David was saved, and that would make me saved, or David was, well, either David wasn't saved, and that would make me not saved. That's fine. Or David was saved, and because of that, it doesn't fucking matter. Fucking hypocrites. Stop being a hypocrite. And when you go watch Pornhub later tonight, what the fuck is that? Either you trust he reconciled all things, or you don't. You don't get both ways, man. It's never going to happen. Ever. I am saved, Dave. I am saved. I am the proof that you are a fraud. I am the testimony against you, motherfucker. I am a voice crying in the wilderness. I smite my hands together that the sword might be doubled the third time. And I'm excited and saddened and broken because you choose to serve sin and hypocrisy. I don't watch Pornhub in front of my kids. Where the fuck are you getting this from, dude? What kind of sick, twisted fuck are you, man? Really? Look at how the nasty comes out. When you show someone their hypocrisy, look how nasty. This is the only response he can do is just make up shit because he has nothing else. Because he married the daughter of a strange god, because he served Baal in the high places, because he made himself a member of the harlot, because he chooses not to keep his own law. That is Jew Dave. Yes, Miss Cat, that is Jew Dave. And the link was in the chat a long time ago. He could have came up here, but he can't. He's just a rotten fucking snake oil salesman. And he sucks at his job. You're making shit up, Dave. Like, you're literally saying things that I could actually sue you for. Be very careful, buddy. Be very fucking careful, because I have a lawyer. I have an attorney, like an actual paid lawyer. Fucking stupid, man. You're stupid. Yes, I have a lawyer. No. ETT. Look at ETT telling someone else to click the link when he's been challenging me for months and wants to schedule it for late October. Look how pathetic that shit is. Look at, you want to see this? Look at this, Nick. Look at this. Look at ETT telling Dave to click the link. How pathetic is that? This dude's been challenging me for a year, talking shit behind my back, blah, 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 blah. Wants to put it off for more 2 weeks. Can't ever give a date. Nothing. Ran his mouth, but can't back it up. Now wants to tell someone else to come up here.
Fucking I guess you couldn't hear me when I was trying to ask you about, don't you believe when Jesus says two become one flesh? You don't think
two become one flesh, yeah. If I sleep with my wife, if I sleep with my wife, she's one of mine. If I sleep with another girl, she's one of mine.
No.
Yeah.
It says
okay, so Dave wasn't saved then, according to you.
It says the two become
all right,
one
so
flesh.
Dude, that's it. So David wasn't saved according to you.
You and a bunch of other people, because then it
would okay. So again, according to you, David, king of Israel, was not saved.
No, according to Jesus. Not me.
Well, that's funny because Dave believed in Jesus. Dave believed in Jesus.
Bring it up.
I know what it is. That's according to the law, Nick. You're going by that law again.
He's telling you. He says from the beginning.
Right. Okay. Yeah. According to the law, Nick. According to the law.
Okay. Well, I mean, this is what Jesus
is telling you.
This is about divorce.
Okay. So again, I'm going to tell you, if you're going to use that standard on me, by that standard, according to you, then David could not be saved. Neither could Abraham. Neither could anybody else.
I don't know about that, but I just
know. So why is it okay for them but not for me? Explain that.
No, because maybe they weren't under.
You don't know exactly. You don't fucking know.
Maybe they won't. Maybe they weren't under the new covenant. I don't know. I just
there's no buffoon act, Dave. It's not an act. It's not an act. Listen to Nick. He's spitting in David's face now.
I just know what Jesus says in my.
Yeah, I know what Jesus said too. I also know that Jesus said all things are clean for me.
Well, you can't. I mean, bring it up. Let's read through it. Maybe you can teach me what I'm missing.
It's Luke chapter 11, verse 41.
Mark 10.
No, that's not the verse I'm going for here, dude.
Well, this is the one where Jesus is teaching about marriage.
Right, according to the law. You keep wanting to go by the law that you don't keep your own fucking self.
Why are you getting so mad at me, bro?
Because you're a hypocrite.
No, I'm bringing up.
And you're saying that David's not saved. You're saying that David wasn't saved.
No, I'm bringing up what Jesus is saying about marriage. I don't know what he said about David. We'll have to go there.
I'm agreeing with it. Yeah, when two sleep together, they become one flesh. Yeah, a man can have multiple wives. Yes,
but that's more than two.
Paul said it's good for a man to have one wife.
More than two. That's more than two, bro.
What?
That is more than two. If two sleep together, they become
how many women have you slept with, Nick?
If two.
How many women have you slept with, Nick?
That's irrelevant, bro.
No, it's very relevant because if you're going to judge me by a standard, you damn sure better have kept it yourself.
First of all, he doesn't say if two.
Didn't think so. Exactly.
First of all,
that's what I thought.
First of all, he doesn't say if two people sleep together. That's not in Mark 10. He doesn't.
What does it say? That they shall come together and become one flesh, right? That's the two-back beast, buddy.
It says, but from the beginning of creation. So he's referencing in Genesis when it talks about Adam and Eve.
Okay.
God made them male and female. He's talking about Adam and Eve from the
let's go. Let's go to the verses. What verses? Mark
10, starting at verse 6.
Okay, so let's do this. That's good. I'm happy to. I'll start at verse 2. And the Pharisees came to him and asked him, okay, is it what? What's that word right there?
Lawful for a man to put his wife away.
Okay, so they're going by what? What are they trying to catch Jesus up in?
He's asking him if it's lawful.
They're trying to catch him up in what, Nick? What are they trying to catch him up in? The law.
They're asking him about marriage.
Bro. The law that I'm not under. Correct. Okay.
They're talking about marriage.
And the Pharisees came to him and asked him, is it lawful for a man to put away his wife, tempting him? And he answered and said unto them, what did Moses command you? Why did Jesus say that? Because he knew that they don't go by the fucking law of Moses, just like Dave doesn't go by his own law. And they said, Moses suffered to write a bill of divorcement and to put her away. And Jesus answered and said unto them, for the hardness of your heart, he wrote you this precept. Law.
He's disagreeing. He's disagreeing. He's
law.
disagreeing.
Law.
He's
I don't care
disagreeing
what
with
you
Moses.
say, Nick.
He's disagreeing.
It's law.
He's disagreeing.
It's a
He's
law
disagreeing.
that I'm not under. You
He's
fucking idiot.
disagreeing with
Dude,
Moses.
why are you being
idiot?
such a buffoon?
Because why are you being such a buffoon?
I'm
Why
not.
can you not read it?
I'm proving the point.
He's disagreeing.
I'm
with
not
Moses.
under the law, Nick.
He's disagreeing with Moses.
He's not disagreeing. Who? Jesus
Yes,
is
he
disagreeing
is.
with Moses?
Read it. Read it. Yes, he is.
Jesus didn't disagree with Moses.
He says read
He
it.
put a harder standard on it than they had.
Oh my God. He's disagreeing with Moses' document of divorce. And he's saying to become one flesh for life because God made it this way.
Yeah. He's putting a
disagreeing
higher
with the divorce.
standard. Listen, he's putting just like he did in Matthew chapter 5, he's putting a higher standard on the law than they thought it was.
He's disagreeing.
The law is a lot harder than you think it is.
Mm-hmm.
And you keep wanting to put yourself under it, and all you do is fail it.
Going. Read verse 6.
I'm not under the law, Nick.
Okay.
But let's go. But from the beginning of creation, God made them male and female. For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And they
then
twain shall become one flesh according to the law.
Doesn't say
so that they are no more twain, but one flesh. What therefore God hath joined together, let no man put asunder.
You added that.
Yeah.
It doesn't say according to the law. Where does it say according to the law?
It is according to the law. The whole thing here is
according to the law.
It's exactly what he's talking about, you fucking idiot. Look at verse 3. And he said, what did Moses command you? What did Moses command you? What did Moses command you?
I'm going to talk to you
like what did Moses command you? What did Moses command you?
He is disagreeing with
What
Moses.
did Moses command you? He didn't disagree with it. He put a harder standard on it than they thought it was.
Read it again. He's disagreeing with. He is disagreeing with the law.
All right, everybody. Cherie, we have our answer. I can say that. We have our answer. Nick chooses law. Nick thinks he's going to keep the law better than Jesus did.
Wait a minute. Because I disagree with you about one fucking thing, you have your answer.
You're disagreeing, but the verse clearly says that Jesus is quoting from the law, and then he slams a harder standard on that law than the Pharisees realized that it really is. Just like he did when he said, if you look at a woman with lust, you commit adultery. If you're going to go by the law, the standard is not, I have to actually sleep with her to be an adulteress. The standard is, if you look at a woman with adultery, you're an adulterer. That's the standard according to the law. If you're going to go by the law, all you're going to do is fail. That's it. I'm not under that law. You're trying to put me under that law. You're putting yourself under that law. And again, the next time you watch Pornhub, you fail.
Why do you get so angry when anybody has a slight disagreement with you about anything?
Because you disagree with Christ.
No, I don't, bro.
You call the Bible a liar. Just
Christ
like he
is the one telling you to become
just like
one
everybody
flesh.
else, Nick. That's all you're doing.
Christ is the one that's
when
saying.
Jesus said he reconciled all things, he meant all things.
We're not in Colossians.
When Jesus said he reconciled all things, he meant all things.
But we're reading what he's talking about for marriage, dude.
And he's talking about the law.
Yeah, but look what he's saying. Like,
he's talking about the law, you dumb.
Read it without you yelling and calling me stupid. Is that possible?
But you're being stupid. He clearly says, and he answered and said unto them, what did Moses command you?
And keep going. He says, and
he puts a harder standard on that law.
Yeah, no, listen, dude.
If they're going to go by the law, because it's him talking to Pharisees, right?
They said Moses suffered to write a bill of divorcement and to put her away.
Dave, you can call me a clown all you want. I don't care.
Jesus answered
for Nick to side up with you, Dave. For you to side up. Hang on, Nick. Hang on a second. For Dave and Nick to side up together just shows who they serve. Dave hates Jesus with a passion. So for Nick to side up with Dave, Nick is siding up with somebody that hates Jesus because Nick hates Jesus.
No, I don't.
And that's the truth.
How dare you say that?
You do hate Jesus.
I hate Jesus because I disagree with
you. Hate Jesus because you refuse to accept that he reconciled all things. The verse is fucking clear. He's talking about the law.
It's so crazy. For the last 3 days, we've had the best conversations with each other, but I disagree.
And then you wanted to come on YouTube. You wanted to come on YouTube.
I disagree with you.
You wanted to come on YouTube. You're sitting here trying to fucking clown me, but you're the clown.
No, I'm disagreeing.
You're going by a law that you don't keep. You don't even keep that law. So I don't know why you want to go by it.
Yes, I do keep the law of marriage. What are you talking about?
You keep the law of marriage. You keep it so you don't watch Pornhub ever?
Not very often. I don't cheat.
Look. So you committed adultery then, motherfucker.
This isn't about watching Pornhub.
It is. Jesus said if you look at a woman with lust, if you're going to go by the law, then that's adultery.
This is about...
No, dude. No. Take your hypocrite shit somewhere else, Nick.
So just
I'm not going to play it, dude. I'm not going to play it. You want to sit here and preach law. You want to preach laws, but you don't keep them. You're a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite.
I don't even watch Pornhub anymore.
Oh, anymore. Okay. So the next time you do, you prove you're not saved then, right?
I get so much sex from my wife. I have no need for Pornhub. I don't
First
even
off,
masturbate.
bullshit. You're the same person that told me you can't walk 15 feet without being out of breath.
So that's because I have a lung disease.
So you can magically fuck now?
I can have sex, yes. Just had some great sex a couple hours ago.
Okay, cool. So the next time you watch porn, you're fucked then. You know that, right?
Okay. Why can't we finish the verses without you being a lunatic?
It's fine. We can finish the verses. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. He's talking about the law. It's very clear. And he answered and said unto them, what did Moses command you?
Mm-hmm.
And they said, Moses suffered us to write a bill of divorcement and put her away. And Jesus answered and said unto them, for the hardness of your heart, he wrote you this precept. But from the beginning of the creation, God made them male and female. For this cause, this is the law. This is quoted directly from the law. Mm-hmm. For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife. And they twain shall be one flesh, so that they are no more twain, but one flesh. I agree 1,000%. But that's according to law.
Therefore, what God has joined together, let no man put asunder. So he's disagreeing. He's disagreeing with Moses.
Not disagreeing at all. No, he's saying he's putting a higher standard on the law than they thought they had.
He's disagreeing with.
Okay, Nick. Whatever you want to say, man. Okay, good. Nick, whatever you want to say, dude. Listen, man. Look, dude. I'm telling you. Hey, man. Let me make this very clear. I'm not the one in your shoes. I'm not the one that has to deal with what you're going through. I'm not the one who's got to move, who's going through all these diseases, who lost his finger. I'm not that guy. That's you. And you're in those shoes because you keep refusing to fucking listen. And I promise you, Nick, listen to what I'm telling you. I fucking promise you, if you do not submit to the scriptures, you are going to lose.
Okay, so
it's only going to get worse. I promise you. I'm saying this live in front of everybody. Yeah. I swear on everything. Your life is almost over, buddy.
Oh, man. You know that I'm moving to a way better place. It's a huge upgrade.
Keep telling yourself whatever you want, man.
Told you that,
telling yourself whatever you want. I don't care.
Great,
cool, good. All those things in the world. All those things in the world. I'm happy for you. Good job.
Why did you include me moving in your list of like bad things?
Just wait. You're going to find out. You're going to find out.
Can I speak now without you yelling at me and flipping out or what?
It's not flipping out. Jesus is literally talking about the law. The same law that we're not under anymore.
Are you saying you weren't flipping out on me?
Yeah, I am flipping out because you're calling Jesus a liar.
No, I'm not.
You're saying he's not talking about the law, but he is.
Trying to read something.
He's talking about the law. He's putting a more hardcore standard on that law than they thought it was.
Why won't you just let
Moses suffered you to write that bill of divorcement because of your hardness of your heart. But I'm telling you that the law still stands. That's what he said.
You just told me that Jesus was not disagreeing with Moses.
Tell my prediction. It's not a prediction. It's a fact.
You just
Nick's gonna die. Nick's gonna die very soon if he doesn't listen. I promise everybody on YouTube, every one of you, I swear on everything. I put my fucking hand on my Bible because that's just what it is. He's going to submit or he's going to lose.
You're never even supposed to swear, and you're especially not supposed to swear on a Bible. Come on.
Well, here's the problem you're going to have, Nick, is that what I'm saying is true.
Yeah, why? Why can you tell the future all of a sudden? You think I'm going to die if I don't listen to your every word?
It's not me. It's the Bible, Nick. He's talking about the law that we're not under.
Can I please talk now without you screaming at me? Or
can you just admit that he's talking about the law?
Yeah, he is, but I'm trying to tell you he's
okay. So yes, he is. So Nick admits that he's talking about the law. Guess what? I'm not under, Nick. I'm not under the law. I could have as many wives as I want. I could be just like David.
We'll see.
I could be just like David. I am just like David.
Dude, but what I'm trying to say is he's disagreeing with the divorcement, which you said he wasn't.
He is, yeah. He does. He said if you're going to go by the law, divorce is not an option.
That's not what he says.
That is exactly what he's saying.
Say if you're going to go by the law.
That's exactly because he said, what did Moses command you?
So now you're agreeing that he is disagreeing with Moses.
No, not at all. He's quoting Moses.
You just said he was. So he's not agreeing with Moses?
He's quoting Moses, Nick.
Okay, so let me talk.
You're not getting out of this, dude. Look, I'm done.
Without cutting me off, can I please just say this?
This is too much of a headache. You don't give a shit. You think you're going to do the law? So keep doing the law. The next time you watch Pornhub, you prove you're not safe.
I care about truth, right?
You don't. You don't.
Well, what I don't care about
is you don't care, Nick. You don't care Because if you did care, you'd trust that he reconciled all things, and you
Why
don't.
you just
You
let me
deny
talk for
it.
like 2 minutes? What is wrong with you? Why are you so angry?
I'm not angry, dude. I'm just tired of wasting my time.
You're literally screaming and like going red. What do you mean you're
Because
not
you're
angry?
ignorant.
I'm
You're
just trying
fucking
to talk.
beyond dumb.
Wow, is that
It's
a real
clear that Jesus is talking about the law. He even
Okay.
quotes it from Moses.
And you
But a
actually think
believer
that
is
he's
not under
agreeing
that
with
law. You're not
think
putting
he's-
the two together.
think he's
You want to
agreeing
keep,
with
you keep wanting to hold believers to a law they're not under.
Well, Harry, let me ask you a
Why
question.
are you putting a yoke on the neck of people that you can't fucking bear?
Let me ask you a question.
Can you
When-
answer mine first? Why are you trying to
Well,
put a yoke on people that you yourself cannot bear?
I can
Why?
bear it just fine.
You bear it? Oh, so you keep the law
I have a
perfectly?
happy marriage.
What a piece of shit. No, you don't.
Yes,
You're a
I
liar.
do.
You're lying
No,
to
I'm not.
everybody.
I'm not
Right.
lying.
Okay, sure. Okay.
I have a happy marriage. Why
Okay.
do you think I'm lying?
Okay.
What do you mean okay?
I mean, okay.
Why am I-
Fine, whatever.
why am I
Say
lying
whatever you
about
want,
that?
Nick. Lie all you want to everybody on this channel. I'm gonna go
I'm
piss
not-
on your beer.
I'm not lying. Okay, well, hopefully now that he's pissing, I can talk without getting screamed at. So he's trying to say, all I was trying to say is that Jesus is clearly not agreeing with Moses, because up top he says, it's cut off, but I can't read it. He says, for this reason, you have made this precept and you've made a bill of divorcement allowing you to put her away. Jesus answered them, for the hardest of your heart, you have made this precept, divorcement. Then he says, but from the beginning of creation, talking about Adam and Eve, from the very beginning, you have made them male and female. For this cause, a man shall leave his mother, cleave to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh. And then it ends with, what therefore God has joined, let no man separate. So he's disagreeing with Moses's bill to write a divorcement for separation, because he's saying what God has joined, let no man separate. Now that's all I was trying to say. I don't think I deserve to get screamed at by a psycho for 20 minutes. Whoa.
Well, first off, I'm not a psycho. And
Well,
second,
you
I agree.
acted like one.
I agree. But
So we agree with each
again,
other.
Jesus is going by the law here.
Yes, I
Right.
agree.
So I'm not under the law.
Okay.
So
You didn't have
that
to
answers
scream
the
at
other
me
question,
for 20 minutes
right?
about, you could have
Like,
done it.
how can
like
you
that.
sleep with other people and still be safe? Because I'm not under the law, Nick. He's quoting the law, which you just admitted, and he's putting a harder standard on it than they realized.
Yeah, I agree, dude. All I was trying to say is he's disagreeing with the divorce.
Yeah, he's saying that no, that's adultery. You can't have one contradict the other. He's going by the law. Yeah. So if you're going to go by the law, then the next time you watch Pornhub, you prove you're not saved.
Yeah. Well,
That's the
all
law.
right.
That's the law. If you want to go by that law, then go by that law. That's fine. Go by that law. Keep failing it. Keep serving sin over and over and over instead of just believing that Jesus' sacrifice and him fulfilling it was enough.
I
Did
just
you
wanted
deny
to
that?
say that he was disagreeing with the divorcement. That's all I wanted to say. I didn't want to fight with you about
That's not
anything.
all you were trying to say. Now you're trying to backtrack and make it like less
No,
than it
no.
was, because the fact is he is talking about the law. He does quote from it, and
I
he does.
agreed with you. I agreed with you that he's talking about the law. I just did. Just now.
I never said witchcraft is a no-go. Do whatever the fuck you want, Kat. I don't care. I'm just going to say God is a jealous God, and it proves who you serve. I don't know what to. I don't know what else to tell you. Read your fucking Bible. Why consort with demons when you could just go to the Creator? Why? Why tempt God? That's fucking 1 Corinthians chapter 10. We're free to do whatever we want. Yes, and that's also 1 Corinthians chapter 10. He said all things are lawful, not all things are expedient. And I agree with that. Just because I can have multiple wives doesn't mean I should. It would ruin my ministry. Right here. He said, but I say, or here we go here. For we being many are one bread and one body, and we are all partakers of that one bread. Those are the believers. Behold, Israel, after the flesh, skin Jews, are not they which eat the sacrifices partakers of the altar? What say I then? That the idol is anything, or that what is offered in sacrifice to idols is anything? But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils and not to God. The things that the unbelievers sacrifice, They sacrifice to devils and not to God. And I would not. Paul said, that's God. This is God's word. He said, I would not that you should have fellowship with devils. Period. It's not a law. It's just that it's not expedient. He said, you cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils. You cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and the table of devils. And what's he say? He said, do we provoke the Lord to jealousy? Are we stronger than he? So, yes, you can still do all those things. That doesn't matter. But how can you sit there and say you serve both tables? You can't. That's bullshit. You don't have any gifts. You're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself. You have no gifts. You can't. The cards aren't a gift. Your imaginations aren't a gift. They're imaginations. That's why over half of them are wrong. There's no point to prove. The point's right there. You can't serve both tables. You can't. I mean, you can, but God's a jealous God, and he will destroy you. Your life will be miserable. And it just is what, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. It just is what it is. Jesus was quoting law in Mark, the law that we're not under, that he came here to fulfill. And David and Nick and everybody else is trying to say that you're still under that law. You're not. Yes, a man shall leave his parents and join his wife, and the two shall become one flesh. That doesn't mean that's the only wife he's ever going to have. Period. Just like Nick's wife is not the only woman he's ever slept with. That's why he didn't want to answer that question.
I did answer it. I just don't feel like I need to tell the whole world.
Right. Yeah, you don't need to tell the whole world. Yeah, right. Yeah. Whatever you say. Whatever you say. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I go by how David lived. And David was called a man after God's own heart. And David had, like, I don't know how many wives.
Why David? I thought you went.
I think Jesus recorded 8. I think recorded 8. And
went by how Jesus lived.
The concubines, fucking innumerable. In fact, his favorite wife, Saul's daughter, he told her, he said, I will be had by these women, because she got pissed. He was dancing naked in front of the girls, and she got all pissed. And she said, you dance naked in front of the girls. And he said, I will be had by them in honor. And fuck you. I'm going to go by what David did. I trust David. I trust Jesus. I trust the Bible. And you're quoting laws that you don't keep, trying to put other people under laws that you don't keep. You're a hypocrite.
I was just reading what Jesus said in Mark, bro.
But it was a law. It was a law. It was a law. And you tried to dodge the fact that he was quoting Moses.
I never dodged anything. I told you he was disagreeing
with
Moses.
Verse 6 through something when verse 3.
How many times did I say he was disagreeing with Moses' law of divorcement?
He wasn't he was disagreeing with the divorce precept, not the adultery law. He was going by the law.
Yeah, he was disagreeing with the divorce.
Right. He's holding the Pharisees to the law they claim to preach, just like I'm doing to you right now. If you want to preach law, you had better fucking go by it, and you don't. You don't. You do not, sir. All you do is fail it. So you have no fucking right to tell anybody that they got to do it.
Well, what about 1 Corinthians 7? Doesn't it say something in there about how many wives you should have?
Not should, but it's good that a man only has one wife.
What do you mean?
You can have more. You can have more wives. All things are lawful. Not all things are expedient. But if you have more than one wife, nobody's ever going to take you serious, especially on the gospel. Because you're going to run into people like you, and they're going to be like, well, you got 2 wives. And they're going to be like, what the fuck? It's like if a fucking Mormon started preaching what I preach, and he had 4 wives, you're going to look at him and say, you're full of shit.
Dude, what about 1 Corinthians 7? Let's read it. I
forgot
about that one.
Yeah, bingo. And Rudy's right. Rudy's right. And I did point that out too. It's not exclusive to one wife.
Dude, Rudy also.
A man can have multiple wives. Joseph and Mary. Mary was one of 3.
Yeah, but Rudy also believes you can have sex with like 11-year-old girls and shit.
Who?
Rudy believes that.
Oh, well, I mean, it exists, Nick. It exists, does it not?
It does, but it's wrong and disgusting.
It does. Oh, it's wrong and disgusting. But so you're saying that what God created is wrong and disgusting?
You're saying pedophilia is not disgusting?
I'm saying it's a shitty thing to do, but I'm saying God created it. You don't seem to believe that. You don't seem to understand that.
Why
you refuse to believe that God created that. But he did. And
Well,
he's
I
in
know,
control of it.
I believe
And that's the beauty of it. God's in control of
God
it.
didn't create
Every
pedophilia.
child that gets pedophile, God has to allow it.
God didn't create pedophilia, bro.
Oh, you don't think so?
No,
So you're calling the Bible a liar?
no, I believe in free will, and I think
Okay,
that
so you're calling the
I
Bible
think
a
that
liar.
men's evil and corrupt hearts are the ones that are
Oh,
molesting
so
children.
again,
I
you're
don't
calling
think
the
God-
Bible a liar. You're
No,
calling the
I
Bible a liar.
believe in free
Good.
will.
I have a
don't
verse for you to read. I have a verse for you to read.
Give a
I
verse
tried to
that
get you
says-
to read it last night, but we didn't get that far. I want you to read that
As long as
verse.
you can go back to 1 Corinthians 7.
No, I just want you to read this verse. What's that say?
I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all things.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now you're gonna say the same thing you just did a few minutes ago?
That
You're gonna say
God,
God didn't create that?
God did not create pedophilia. No.
Oh, so the verse is lying then. You're calling the Bible a liar. See, and
No.
this, Nick, is where you have a
Why
problem.
not? God
You
creates-
think God's a liar. No, dude. You know, honestly, where we're at now, I feel like you're trolling me, and
Okay,
I'm
wait a
done.
minute. Wait a
I'm
minute.
done. You're
Dude, this
choosing to stay in sin.
I'm
You're choosing
totally-
to deny
Are
that
you
Jesus
serious?
reconciled all things, and I'm not going to keep wasting my time with you, dude. I'm
Because
being
I'm-
real.
Why? Because I'm disagreeing with pedophilia?
Because you're calling God a liar.
No, I'm not.
Oh, so he didn't create pedophilia?
No, he created evil things through human beings through the world.
So he created it, didn't he?
He did all things.
Did he create it? Yes or no?
No.
Oh, but the verse says he did. So get the fuck
Oh,
off my
verse-
channel.
The
We're
verse
done.
says he created
We're done.
all things.
We're done. We're done. We're done.
You're a pedophile endorsing piece of shit.
Whatever you say. No, I stand in front of them. I defend them like Jesus
No,
did the woman
yeah,
caught in
that's
adultery.
disgusting.
You wouldn't defend anybody. You're a
You-
piece of shit. You're a fucking hypocrite. You
defend
throw rocks.
pedophilia?
You throw rocks, sir, and you have no fucking right to. None.
Okay, you weirdo.
You're a hypocrite. You break one law, you're guilty of all, Nick.
Try casting some more spells over me there, voodoo man. We'll see what happens.
You break one law, you're guilty of all,
Why
Nick.
don't
You
you
are
try
the
praying
pedophile.
for another earthquake?
You are the fucking pedophile, Nick.
Why don't you try praying for another earthquake, you fucking weirdo?
Okay. Nobody's deleting your comments, Rudy. They're all here. It is what it is. Nick throws rocks at people who can't keep the law when Nick can't keep the law his own self. He's a fucking hypocrite. That's all he is. He's a nasty, rotten fucking hypocrite. He doesn't give credit to God for everything. And God created everything. The verse says so right here, including pedophilia. I don't care. It's an uncomfortable subject. It is what it is, but I'm cool talking about it because Jesus died for pedophiles too. Jesus died for pedophiles too. Nick denies that. Nick denies that God even created it to begin with, but he did. The verse says so. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. Pedophilia is a fucked up thing. It's nasty. I was fucking molested as a child. I do not wish that on any child by any means whatsoever, but I understand that God created it. I understand that it serves its purpose. There's not a child in the world that goes through that God didn't allow it. Period. Because God is in control of all things. And if the parents cared about that child at all, the child would never have been in those shoes to begin with. I see it all too often when a child gets kidnapped and you watch the news and the parents say, I looked away just for a minute. You should have never looked away. I let her go out to play and told her to just be back when the sun goes down. And the child's gone. Because they didn't give a shit. And God doesn't give a shit. He created all things. How am I beyond help? I'm beyond help because I believe that Jesus reconciled all things. Because I believe that Jesus died for pedophiles too. No, Nick, you're beyond help. You're seared, rotten, nasty, fucking hypocrite. And it's all going to crush you. I promised you. I said it live. And I give it a few months. Praying for earthquakes, yeah. And God's in control of all things, isn't he? He is. He's in control of every earthquake. He's in control of every tsunami. He's in control of every tornado. He's in control of every hailstorm. He's in control of all this shit. So me asking for one is what? It's nothing to him. But he listened. And what are you, just jealous? Jealous? because God doesn't hear sinners and he hears believers. That's it. You're just jealous. Just an angry, nasty, bitter, rotten fucking hypocrite who's stuck in his house watching fucking Pornhub. Can't breathe. Has to move now. Here's what it is. Keep telling yourself it's a better place all you want, man. Been saying it for years, but it doesn't seem like you're getting any better. And I know why. Because we did our job. And you've been warned and you don't listen. You don't care. You think you're going to keep the law better than Jesus, but you can't keep a single fucking one of them. Because every time you break one, you are guilty of all. James chapter 2, verse 10. And this is what makes Nick the pedophile. Right? So you can look at a pedophile. You judge them by the law all you want. That's fine. Go ahead. So you judge them by the law, then you're going to be judged by the law, and then you'll be sitting next to that pedophile in hell. Right here. James chapter 2, verse 10. For whosoever shall keep the whole law and yet offend in one point, he is guilty of all. So the next time Nick watches Pornhub, according to the law, he's cheating on his wife, and he's a pedophile, and he's a murderer, and he's a dope fiend, which we all know he is. He's all the things that the law is against. That's what Nick is. Because he is against the reconciliation of Christ. And that's how it works. Jesus reconciled all things. Jesus died for pedophiles. Who am I to judge them? Jesus died for murderers. Who am I to judge them? Jesus forgave the guys that crucified him as they were crucifying him. If he can forgive them, why can't you? If Jesus can forgive the woman caught in adultery, why can't you forgive a man that has 2 wives? If Jesus can forgive everybody, why can't you? Oh, yeah, it's because you're a piece of shit and you don't have the love that he did. And that's what we preach. We preach that love. Love for all. Forgiveness for all. Peace for all. No matter what your fucking flavor is. It doesn't matter. Everybody's got issues. That's the whole point of Jesus, is to reconcile the issues. To make it so you can't sin anymore, no matter what you do. Exactly, Rudy. Exactly. And look, notice how he dodged that. He dodged that. So he's like, oh, you can't have multiple wives, blah, 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 blah. So now he's saying that David wasn't saved. I mean, how fucked up is that? What about Abraham? Look at Abraham himself. Sarah and the concubine. Who the fuck is Nick? Nobody. Fucking nobody. He's a fucking troll. And yeah, I've been nice to him for a few days, and I told him I'm not trying to do this shit on YouTube with him. Really don't want to, because I know that's what it's going to come to. And he can't get over himself. He just thinks he's going to do it better than Jesus, and that Jesus doing it was irrelevant. And then he wants to claim that he believes in Jesus, but then he denies Christ and everything that he calls sin. He's a piece of shit. He's a real piece of shit. And it always comes out, no matter how patient, no matter how kind, no matter how loving we are towards him. And what's fucking, oh, you guys, there's something so ironic about this conversation tonight. So ironic. The guy that made Nick's banner on his channel, Signs and Wonders, the one he won't take down because it's dope as shit. That guy is a convicted pedophile. But Nick posts that banner so proud on his channel and refuses to take it down. And then would throw rocks at that dude if he met him. What do you want me to say? Nick does not believe in forgiveness. Nick does not believe in reconciliation. Nick does not believe. And it always comes out. He's a hypocrite. Anything to make himself feel better for the fucking rotten swine that he is, to put someone else down. He's a piece of shit. No, Nick. John 8:34 destroys you. But keep serving sin, dude. You for real made your choice tonight. I'm done. I'm done. I will no longer try with you, sir. It saves me a lot of money in shipping. I will tell you that. And my daughters will be very happy to find out they get to keep what I was going to send you. You are a piece of shit, dude. You are a hypocrite to the max. You have no love in you, dude, whatsoever. None. And everything around you is about to crush. It's about to crumble. All of it. And you fucking deserve it. Cheers. Why don't you just click the link, ETT? How are you going to call me a coward? I've been trying to get a hold of you for months. You're an idiot. You're retarded. I don't even know how you look in the mirror every day, dude. This whole show is me calling you the coward because you are. You keep running and putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. The link is here. You can click. I'll even post it again. Here. I mean, we could do it this way. We could just say, if you don't click the link tonight, I'm not going to debate you because I've waited months. I think I've been very patient. I've been very, in your face about it. You ran your mouth. Back it up. And if you can't, then don't. Otherwise, you're just a joke, dude. You're a fucking joke. There's the link. Click it. Instant, in season, out of season. Stop making sorry-ass, miserable, loser-ass excuses, dude. Because that's all they are. It's just excuses. It's just fucking excuses. I just think the irony of tonight is so funny. Because that is true. The guy that made Nick's banner for his channel is a convicted pedophile. He is on the sex offender registry. But he just wants to throw rocks at people. He wants to judge by a law that he doesn't keep. He's a fraud. See? Excuses. Look at excuses. Sorry ass bullshit excuses. He's a joke. I don't know how he looks in the mirror every day. It is what it is. 1 Corinthians chapter 7. We can read the whole chapter, Nick. It's just going to prove you wrong. Just like every other verse in the Bible proves you wrong. Just like you tried to leave out the fact that Jesus was quoting from the law, the very same law that he fulfilled and set us free from. But you want to hold everybody to that law, and you don't keep it. Whatever you say, Nick. Take down the banner then. We're done. Take down the banner. We're done. Like we're done. That's it. You don't listen. You want to be a hypocrite? You want to judge by law? Go fuck yourself. May you be judged by the same law that you judge everybody else by. And I pray it be so. May you be judged by your works, sir. And it still stands. Oh, I'm so happy we didn't lift that. I'm so happy. And I told my kids too. I'm like, nope. Because that was the first thing they asked me. Are you going to lift it? And I said, nope. Nope. Because I know how this goes. And Cherie, Brunette, you still here? Brunette will tell you. Because everybody in the field, same question. You going to lift it? And I said, no. Nope. And I told him last night when he said, my lung shit's flaring up. And I said, well, you better submit to the book or it's just going to get worse. And it's just going to get worse. It'll be a very short time for Nick. He's done. He's done. Well, you go ahead, keep thinking that, Nick. So the next time you watch Pornhub, you prove you're a fraud. You're a fucking hypocrite, lying piece of shit, scumbag, sinner who serves sin. That's what you chose. So, good luck. I wish you the best in your hypocrisy. At the end of the day, I have a wife that adores me. And if I chose to have a second one, I can't say she'd be okay with it at first. I can say that she trusts me enough. She'd make it work. But I would never do that. That's just, it would ruin my ministry. It's not necessary. I have read 1 Corinthians chapter 7. I have the whole Bible on my channel, Nick. I'm not running from anything. It's on my channel. The whole thing's on my channel. I've got nothing to hide from. You're the one hiding. You're the one being a hypocrite. You're the one that wants to throw rocks at people and judge them by a law that you don't keep. Every time you watch Pornhub, you cheat on your wife. You piece of shit. If you want to go by the law, then you're going to be judged by the law, buddy. What about 1 Corinthians 7? Let's go to it. Let's read 1 Corinthians 7. Let's appease the hypocrite. Now, concerning the things whereof you wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman. It's better. You don't have any trouble that way. Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, which is bowing to other gods, all that shit, whatever. Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband. Let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence, and likewise also the wife unto the husband. The wife hath not power over her own body, but the husband. Boom. And likewise also the husband hath not power over his own body, but the wife. Defraud ye not one another, except to be for consent with for a time, that you may give yourselves to fasting and prayer, and come together again, that Satan tempt you not for your incontinency. But I speak this by permission, and not of commandment. Understand this. I want everybody to pay attention to that verse right there. I speak this by permission, not of commandment, because we're not under the law. We're not under the law. So this is just a good guide. This is a guide. If you want to have a healthy ministry, if you want to have a peaceful life, this is a good guide to go by, but it's not a commandment. Right there. It says so. Verse 6. It says so right there that it's not a law. It's not a law. It's just a good reference. It's a guide. I have a great ministry because I only have one wife. So you're saying the verse is lying, Nick? I guess Nick says this is lying. Everybody watching, look, he just got owned. He just got fucking owned. Look at that. He says the verse is lying. And now he's going to say it's not the verse lying, it's you lying. But I'm just saying that the verse means what it says. It's not commandment. It's not a commandment. It's not a law. A believer is not under law. Nick wants you to be under law. Laws that Nick can't keep. He's a hypocrite. And the next time he watches Pornhub, he's going to remember this, and he's going to be like, fuck. Just is what it is. How am I full of it? I'm reading the verse, but I speak this by permission and not of commandment. I think it's pretty clear. I think it's pretty clear. It just is what it is. Rudy, you still here? Brunette, are you still here? I don't care what the title is. I just go by the verses. I just go by the verse. The verse says it's not a law. It's guidance. That's all it is. It's instruction. It's not a law. If you want to have a healthy ministry, one wife. That's it. No, Nick, you don't care. You care about the laws that you try and keep to make yourself feel better about yourself. But at the end, you're just a hypocrite. You're just a bitter, nasty fucking hypocrite swine who judges everybody by a law that you don't keep, which is why you can't keep anybody on your channel. That's why nobody loves you the way they love me. That's why you don't have what I have. It doesn't matter what verse 2 says, because verse 6 says it's not a law. But I would that all men were even as myself, but every man hath his proper gift of God, one after this manner and another after that. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't fucking matter. I say therefore to the unmarried and widows, it is good for them if they abide even as I. But if they cannot contain, let them marry, for it is better to marry than to burn. And unto the married I command, yet not I, but the Lord, let not the wife depart from her husband. This has nothing to do with multiples. This just goes, let not the wife depart from her husband. And if she depart, let her remain unmarried or be reconciled to her husband, and let not the husband put away his wife. Good thing. And that has nothing to do if you have multiples or one. It doesn't matter. There's no commandment. But to the rest speak I, not the Lord. Again, he tells you, this is him, not God. If any brother hath a wife that believe not, and she be pleased to dwell with him, let him not put her away. Again, he's very clear to tell you that this is just Paul giving you good advice. It's not a law from God. It's not something you're not bound to it. If any brother hath a wife that believe not, and she be pleased to dwell with him, let him not put her away. And if the woman which hath a husband that believe not, if he be pleased to dwell with her, let her not leave him. For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife. Sanctified, not saved. It's sanctified for your use. If you're a believer who can't sin, and you're with an unbeliever who still does, the believer can't sin still. The believer can sleep with whoever the believer wants to sleep with. There is no sin. Nick, again, you're trying to put people under the law that even David didn't go by. You're an idiot. You're just an idiot. You're fucking like Down syndrome today, dude. What the fuck? Down syndrome, bro. Down syndrome. Something's wrong with you. How can you judge people by a law that you don't keep? Just explain it. Because Jesus was clearly quoting from Moses, which is the law that we're not under, and he was talking to Pharisees. You're like trying to be a Pharisee right now. That's all you're doing. You're doing to me what the Pharisees were trying to do to Jesus. And Jesus just held them to the law. And he said the standard is higher than you realize. And it's the same thing I'm telling you. The standard's higher than you realize. If you want to hold me to the law, the next time you watch Pornhub, you prove you're not saved. You're not disagreeing with me, Nick. You're disagreeing with the Bible, you dumb fuck. You stupid fucking pig. Stupid. 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 Fucking stupid. How? Because I believe that Jesus fulfilled the law for me? Because I believe that Jesus reconciled all things? Because I believe what the Bible says and you choose to disagree with it? I don't give a fuck. That makes you stupid, sir, not me. And that's fine because you're the one paying for it right now, not me. I can read just fine. Jesus clearly stated this was from Moses. And Moses gave a decree of divorcement. And Jesus said, that's because you're hardened hearts. What I'm telling you is if you're going to go by the law, that's not going to help you. The law says this. And if you don't go by that, then you're fucked. So the next time you watch Pornhub, you're fucked. Okay. Well, you keep saying that, dude. Go ahead. You keep saying that. Right there, dude. Right there. For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife, and the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband, else were your children unclean. So if you got two unbelievers that have a kid, the child's unclean too. That's why abortion doesn't matter. But now are they holy? So if you got one believer in the house, the children are holy. But if the unbelieving depart, let them go. Let them depart. A brother or sister, again, is not under bondage in such cases. But God hath called us to peace. Peace. That means it doesn't matter. For what knowest thou, O wife, whether thou shalt save thy husband, or knowest thou, O man, whether thou shalt save thy wife? That's why you let him stay. If the unbeliever wants to stay, let him stay. But as God hath distributed to every man, as the Lord hath called everyone, so let him walk. And so ordain I in all the churches. Is any man called being circumcised? Let him not become uncircumcised. Is any called in uncircumcision? Let him not be circumcised. Right there, again, saying the law is irrelevant. The law doesn't matter. And he even said, circumcision is nothing and uncircumcision is nothing, but the keeping of the commandments of God, which he makes irrelevant. Because why? Because Jesus fulfilled it for the believers. The believers are not under it. They're under grace. Let every man abide in the same calling wherein he was called. Art thou called being a servant? Care not for it. Who cares? But if thou mayest be made free, use that rather. For he that is called in the Lord, being a servant, is the Lord's free man. Likewise, also he that is called being free is Christ's servant. You are bought with a price. Be not ye the servants of men. Brethren, let every man wherein he is called therein abide with God. To abide with God, you have to let go of the law. Because if you want to go by the law, you can't keep the law. And every time you break the law, you prove you're not saved. 1 John chapter 2, verse 4 is crystal fucking clear. Crystal fucking clear. He that saith, I know him. So somebody that says they believe in Jesus, they know God. And keepeth not his commandments is a liar and the truth is not in him. It's very true. Very fucking true. Very fucking true. He didn't actually disagree with Moses. He just told them why Moses wrote it and then gave them a higher standard that they couldn't keep. Just like you can't keep it. You can't keep the standard, Nick. You can't keep the standard, and that's fine. You set a standard tonight for yourself. So the next time you watch Pornhub or YouPorn or whatever the fuck you watch, you prove that you are just a filthy fucking hypocrite, a nasty, rotten hypocrite who cheats on your wife mentally, which is the same fucking thing in Jesus' eyes if you want to go by that law. If you want to go by that law, that's what you're going to be judged by. And if you break one, you're guilty of all. So you are the fucking pedophile. You are everything you hate because you're a hypocrite. And that's what makes hypocrites bitter. For whosoever shall keep the whole law and yet offend at one point, he is guilty of all. Very simple. So Nick can keep trying that law and keep failing it. I'm not, dude. No, dude, you're done. Nick, you're done. You chose. Stick to your law. Stick to your law. Keep that law. The next time you fail it, you prove you're a piece of shit. And we've been through this. I don't know how many times. I just won't go through it again. I promise you that, sir. I will not go through it again. I'm not scared of anything. What the fuck am I scared for? I had you up here. You don't listen. You don't listen. You're stuck on the law. So stay in the law. Live in it. Live in it. I'm not wrong. The Bible's not wrong. The Bible's not wrong. And even Rudy saw exactly what I'm showing you. There's people here that saw it. They see it. They know. You're just full of shit. You just want to judge by a law that you don't keep. For sin shall not have dominion over you, for you are not under the law, but under grace. That's what I live under. Not under the law. Can't break it. I can have as many wives as I want to if I wanted. But I don't, because I like having a ministry. Nick, you are a pedo. Every time you break the law, you prove you are. So go ahead, keep living by that law. That's it. If you break one, you're guilty of all. God said so. You are the pedo. You're just a fucking rotten ass hypocrite. You're a fucking swine. Take your doggy little ass and go back to your vomit. Well, if you go by the law, Rudy, there is, right? Adultery. But David didn't even go by that because David trusted in what I trust in. David trusted that Jesus was going to come and reconcile all things. Same with Abraham. Sarah gave Abraham Agar, right? It's the same shit. Nick's just a hypocrite. He's just a fucking hypocrite. He's just a dirty ass hypocrite. That's it. Slob, too, on top of that. That's why he can't show his camera because his house is a mess. He can't take care of himself. It's sad. It's fucking sad. It hurts. Well, you keep, Nick, how many times are you going to move the goalpost? I just showed you in 1 Corinthians 7 when he says it's not a commandment. I showed you in Mark chapter 10 that Jesus was talking about the law, and I'm showing you now that we're not under the law as believers. So every time you tell me to show you a verse, you just get proven wrong. And that's all that's going to happen if I go to those two. You're just wrong. You just want to keep judging by a law. You're a Pharisee holding a rock, ready to throw it at anybody that disagrees with the law that you have written on your heart. Because you don't believe Jesus fulfilled it. So you judge everybody by that law that's written on your heart. You go by your own understanding instead of going by, the Bible says Jesus reconciled all things. You want to go by your own understanding. And you just prove to be a hypocrite every fucking time. Every fucking time. And when you watch Pornhub again, you're done. You're done. You're done, man. You're just done. Nick, I can go back to the beginning of the video where you actually did have your camera on and your table is disgusting. Which has always been the case. Even as far back as I can remember, even when I first met you and you were living in that fucking room on that mattress with no sheet, your room was trash. You're a slob. I don't need to read anything. I've read the whole Bible. The whole thing's on this channel. 1 Timothy's on this channel. 2 Timothy's on this channel. It's over. I'm done. It's been 2.5 hours. I'm getting ready to sign out. I'm done. You made your choice, man. You choose to judge by a law that you can't keep. And in the end, because of that, you're going to go to hell. You're going to be held to that law that you judge everybody by, and you're going to fail. That's it. Whatever you say, man, you got excuses for everything, don't you? I don't have that problem. Girls, how am I a coward, Nick? Links in the chat. How am I a coward? I'm not a coward. The furthest thing from it. I'm everything you're not. And at the end, you're going to pay for it, man. Because you won't listen. You don't listen. You judge people by a law that you don't keep. Do you not understand that? How do you not register that with yourself? All right, have you ever looked in the mirror and looked at yourself and realized all the fucking horrible things you've done? If you want to go by the law, you have no room to judge anybody for anything at all, ever, even if they continue to repeat the same stupid shit that you continue to repeat. You're a hypocrite, Nick. Yep. All right, there we go. They said the same shit to Jesus too, man. They called him a drunk. They said he was a wine bibber. When he stood in front of the woman caught with adultery, that just caused all kinds of fucking problems. That's like me standing in front of a pedo. You're just a piece of shit. Just a piece of shit. And that's okay. It's your loss, man, not mine. Keep serving sin. Keep judging by that law that you don't keep. Hypocrite. Pharisee. Fuck. Parasite. Fucking parasite. I'll see you when you No, I won't. No, that's the truth. I won't. All right, so I'm out. I love you guys. Brunette, everybody that made it through this, it's good. Enjoy your night. I'm going to show you right here real quick before I go, though. Jesus said, and I want you to all to just understand, this is what I go by. Right here. Judge not that you be not judged. For with what judgment you judge, you shall be judged. If you judge someone by that law, that 613, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not do all these things, that law that's written on your heart, if you judge people by that, that is what you will be judged by, and you will fail. Because with what measure you meet, it shall be measured to you again. I call every man. Jesus died for every human being on this earth to make you perfect. I judge all of you as perfect, even Nick. The problem Nick has is he won't accept it. He denies that Jesus fulfilled the law. He denies that Christ reconciled all things. He denies that God created all things. And so that law that he judges by, he will be held to. Don't be like Nick. I love y'all. Adios. How am I demonic for reading Jesus' words? Fuck you, fucking swine. Adios, guys.